recording live from a secret location.
All right, guys, what's up? What's good? We are back for like the 5th day in a row. It almost feels like talking about this Tasha K, Star Marie, Mona Symone whole debacle. Now, what's good to everybody? Let me see you guys drop them bells when you guys are in the building. I want to know who's in the building. Go ahead and drop those bells when you are here. Okay? Now, Mona, Symone, and I are going to go head to head. Yes. It's going down. Hold on. It is going down. Okay, I'm going to get her on the line. I know there's a lot that has been being said. A lot of people say that I'm clout chasing. Mona made this live today. Some of her brains addressed me. She addressed me. And I really just wanted to clear the air so that we are all on the same page. So I'm going to get her in on the line. And we're going to talk. So let Mona know that I'm here. So if y'all could share this and get the people involved. Let me see you drop some bells if you guys are ready for us to have this conversation. Now, when Mona calls in, then we will start the conversation. But I seen a lot of people saying, oh, Armon, he's just doing this for clout. He's trying to get clout off of someone. Let's be very, 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 very clear. I've been doing this. I'm just new to you. But you can check me out on Facebook. I've been doing this for a while. I wasn't doing this for clout. It was a story that interests me, and I decided to give my opinion on it. That's it. And it turned into this whole thing. Honestly, I thought this whole thing would be done by now. But it's not. So we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. And I took a lot of advice from you guys. I left the soundboard at home tonight. So we just got the bells. So I want to see everybody drop their motherfucking bells. Because Mona Symone has just entered the line. Hey, I'm going to need another cup. This cup is not going to work. All right, Mona, I see you there. I see you. Make sure you tell your people to come on in. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to add Mona in. Hello, Mona.
Hello.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
I can. I'm disappointed that you left the soundboard because I enjoyed the soundboard.
Well, you know what? So many people were talking about the soundboard, but I can bring the soundboard up. It was just that they were making it as though they couldn't hear people. So I really wanted them to hear us tonight. But I can bring the soundboard up. Let's see. That's nothing but a chicken wing. Let me see.
Yeah,
We'll do it.
I might need some gunshots. I might need some dings.
Okay. Okay. All right. Mona's in the motherfucking building. Mona's in the motherfucking building.
Here I am.
Oh, yes.
All the way down there.
Okay, so the first thing...
Picture you had of me on the thing.
That's the ugly ass picture that I had of myself too. But that's the picture you had. That was you today. You look like that today. So I mean, I thought it was fine. That was an ugly ass picture of me too. But shit, sometimes that's how we look. So I put that motherfucker up.
That's right. Right.
Okay, so listen, Mona. Before we get into it, I wanted to tell you that I don't dislike you. You are a black queen. Okay? That's the first thing I want to say. You are a queen. The second thing I want to say is this is being recorded. Okay? Just so that you know.
It's okay with me.
This is being recorded. Now, so some things have happened over the weekend, and we have not really seen eye to eye on those things. You have a perspective, I have a perspective, and we're here to talk it out and hopefully get a better understanding of where each of us were coming from. The common denominator we both have in this situation is Tasha K. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to lead in what you think that what my misinformation was, or what was your brainiacs like? What was the tiff with me? What can I clear up?
I felt like in the video that I watched with you, and I think the entire show you were speaking about me, I felt that it was biased, and it was coming from the position of you looking at me like a YouTuber or someone that's really trying to blow up on YouTube or social media like that. I think that your judgment came from somebody that you thought was going after an exclusive or trying to like break the internet or something with this exclusive with this star girl. And that was not my intention. And I feel like that there are people that view, YouTube or the YouTube life, and I'm in this YouTube street, tend to view everyone as like clout chasers or this or that. But that truly wasn't the case. I have a deeper passion for the Black community, and that's why I wanted to speak to this young lady. And it really was for my group of brains and critical minds, a society of thinkers on Facebook. That's where I'm most prevalent, and that's why I was going to upload the video in a private group. Now, I may have also uploaded it to YouTube, but it wouldn't have been like to this week sometime because midterms was last week. And I think that another thing, if I'm not being too verbose, but I think you thought that I was just coming after Tasha K and attacking her when my very first video, I didn't mention this woman's name out of respect. And I said YouTuber, and I even said that I can't say if she said this for real. I'm just telling you what Star told me. And my biggest gripe with the whole thing was the fact that I felt like my time was being encroached upon, like somebody didn't give a fuck about my time. And my time is very important and precious to me. And like I said, last week was midterm, so I had a lot to do. So I wanted to get that interview out the way. And so the brains and I could talk about that. And then there was another interview with a doctor that I had to do so we could talk about the opioid crisis. So, and this is not...
Hold on, Mona, not to cut you off. Is your volume all the way turned up? They're saying that they have a hard time hearing you through the speakers, and I'm trying to turn you up myself.
It may be, my volume is all the way up, but that's of course for me to hear. It wouldn't affect how well you guys can hear me. So you may want to turn the volume up on that end. Let me also close off your live, and you may be able to hear me better, because sometimes when we run other apps that use the mic as well. Yeah, so I just closed that, and you guys let me know if you can hear me better, and I'll watch your live so I can see the comments from a different device.
It's definitely better now.
Not an Android device. So where was I? So I like I said, initially I didn't mention Tasha K's name, and I thought I was very respectful in the video. I thought I was open-minded to the fact that Star may have not been telling me the truth, and that wasn't taken into consideration. And even after that, before Tasha K's name was even mentioned, she had already gone on this YouTube tour where she's talking about my wig and saying names, calling me names and all kind of stuff like that. And I'm like, I ain't even said this woman's name. And it wasn't until after Star was the one who brought up her name as a YouTuber and told everybody that I said her name. And then I played the call because she was trying to tell people that she didn't tell me that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I played the call. And then you hear on the call clear as day her saying, Tasha K told me to hold off on your interview to after Thursday, which was the day she planned to drop her exclusive. And you also hear me in the call saying that I respect whatever Star chose to do, but I had no respect for somebody trying to encroach upon my time. But at the end of that call, Star did agree to do the interview with me, and we did do the interview that night that she blocked because she got caught in her shit. So I'll stop there, and then you can address that, and then we can, talk about some other stuff.
Okay, so now to unpack all that, I have a greater understanding on where you are coming from. I guess for me, if I can ask a few questions. So were you the original person that was going to interview Star?
I don't think that I was, well, let me say it like this. And even Tasha K's version of events corroborates this. I believe initially when Star went viral that some people reached out to her and she was kind of skittish about doing interviews because she was concerned for her safety. And she even says on the call with me that she canceled with 2 radio stations, and I took that to be Tasha K and I believe Hollywood Uncensored. I may be wrong, but she told me that she had canceled with 2 stations, and I was under the perception that at the time we were scheduling our interview that she had only scheduled an interview with me. Now, she could be lying. She could be playing all of us, but that's what she led me to believe.
Okay.
And then after that, she's like, I got another interview this morning, and that was with Tasha K. So she had spoke with Tasha K after she interviewed with me. Tasha K asked her who I was. She showed her my Instagram, and then Tasha K scheduled her interview the same day as mine, but before mine, that morning.
Okay. So when did you contact Star, and how did you contact her?
Oh, gosh. I contacted her on Instagram. I don't remember the exact date. Let me check Instagram real quick. Let me check the DM. This all happened like within 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, but hang on 1 second, and I'll tell you the date. And I also want to say that I do believe that Tasha K had an interview scheduled first, but it was canceled. So at the time that my interview was scheduled, I didn't know of any other interviews. Star led me to believe that she had only intended to speak with me because she wasn't looking for clout. She wasn't looking to blow up off the internet with this. So she was totally comfortable with speaking to me and my little group of people.
Okay. Well,
September 14th was the first day I reached out to her, and she responded to me that same day. Okay.
And then so following that, how did you even find out about the story? Like, how did you find out? Were you on Instagram? Like, how did you find out? Who did you find out from?
You know what? I don't even remember the original source, but I believe I heard about it on YouTube somewhere. Okay. But I don't remember the original source. And I heard about it weeks ago, and I thought it was a thing, but then I didn't think to reach out until the 14th. And then that's when it seemed like it all died down, and I reached out to her.
Okay. So for me, just for that little piece right there, my thought process was, okay, and even listening to your live video and even listening to you today, my opinion is still the same. It seems like you're a very cool, more, chill, relaxed person. You don't take too many things too seriously. So with that thought process, I was a little taken aback when you had got upset. It seemingly is like you got upset with Tasha K because she allegedly took the interview from you, but it's almost like if you weren't even planning on putting it on YouTube and you have a small group of people that you stream to on Facebook, then why did it matter when you and her interview came out? Like, why does it even matter that she does your interview second? Like, she should have still been able to do your interview second. And 2, if Tasha K is sitting there posting, blogging, getting into it with these celebrities, and I'm speaking to you, you don't even remember where you even found the story from. So that means you didn't break the story. You weren't posting. You weren't blogging. So my whole thing is, how could you think that a person actually getting to the rut of the story, going hard in the paint, is not going to want to break the exclusive? Like, do you think that would even be fair for you to just inbox someone and then they just get the exclusive? You just get the exclusive, but you've done no work on the story?
But let me correct you on something. My issue with Tasha K was not whether or not she had the exclusive or who broke the story first. I was not upset at Tasha K about that. I was upset about my time being coached on, about a motherfucker being so gung-ho about they shit, they don't give a fuck about nobody else's time or day. That annoyed me. Like I said, I was in the middle of midterms. I had shit to do, and I didn't like that I was being pushed off, or that I wasn't actually pushed off, but that he was even bringing that to me. That annoyed me. But I wasn't really upset until I saw how Tasha K carried on. And that's what set me off. And that's why you got that video in response to her with me going off on her. Before that, that wasn't my issue. My issue was with Star Marie and the fact that she had lied to me, and then she prevented me from downloading that video. So I had to explain to my followers that knew in our small group that I had reached out to her. I had to explain to them why they wouldn't be seeing an interview, and I also included the question mark, are YouTubers blocking bags? Is that what they're doing in these streets now? Because Tasha K didn't know if I was getting paid or not. She didn't know what was set up. So obviously she didn't give a fuck. So at that time, she wanted to get ahead of the exclusive. I don't give a fuck what kind of work you putting in online. That's your prerogative to do that. But if you know that someone else has scheduled an interview first, and she knew that even before she got into it with Cardi B, she knew about my interview before she scheduled hers. And then she started hyping up online. Then she started talking about the exclusive before she even had the damn interview. So this was already a part of her plan. But to correct you again, I'm not mad about her breaking it. Because you hear me tell Star in the video, if she wants me to wait till after Thursday, it's no big deal, because I probably won't even get to edit the video this week. And plus, it's going to be uploaded to Facebook. That wasn't.
But you did sound frustrated, though. You did. Hold on. You did sound frustrated because.
Well, yeah.
And because she was like, you was like, she's really going in, because Star was like, she's getting into it with these celebrities, she's going in, and what your exact words was, she always do that. So it was kind of like, she always do that. Just give me the interview. Here's my thing.
She always do that, or they always do that?
You said she always do that. I can pull up the. I can pull up the footage.
We're gonna have to play that call back. Play that call back.
Okay.
Just to double check.
Okay. We'll play that call back. Hold on. Let's find that. Let's find that. Let's find that. And then hold on.
But I agree with you. I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I don't know if you know what it's like to be in the middle of midterms and you got all these classes and tests and papers you got to write and shit like that. Like, I'm in grad school, and it's a lot. So, yes, I was annoyed. I was annoyed because I had already spoken with this girl. We made arrangements, and encroaching upon my time is something I don't take kindly to. I do a lot of shit. I got a 9 to 5. I got a life coaching business on the side. I'm constantly trying to reach out and help people. I'm a grad school student. I have 3 children in college. My wife is in grad school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of shit going on. So you damn right I was annoyed and frustrated because we made arrangements.
Something on
and
her
when someone
end to
gives you
prevent
your
me
word,
from getting
your
the video.
word is your bond. So to then come back to me and you trying to, moonwalk out of a situation, and now I'm realizing that maybe you are chasing clout. Maybe this is about most of the views for you. Maybe you are looking for a come up. Yeah, all of those things were coming into view, and of course I was frustrated. I'm a human, and I don't believe in being unbothered. I believe that we're passionate creatures and we have these emotions for a reason. So it's okay to be frustrated at a situation like that. And yes, I was. I don't deny that. I was annoyed as hell.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to that, but I just pulled up your video, so let's clarify this really quick before we go any further. Let's see what was actually said so we can get it together. Let me see what was said.
Go live again.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, because I don't remember quite.
Okay. All right. Tasha K and Cardi B are stuck. I haven't been on, but I know what's going on because somebody told me they sent me screenshots.
Share the videos, guys.
But I haven't. Okay, well,
share this video.
Tasha K told Cardi B, she was like, listen, don't send me no freaking she told her, don't send her no receipt that have to do that. She told her, don't send, I gotta read it. But anyway, he tell you in my own words, because I gotta read it. He basically told Cardi so bad sent her receipt to something I wrote. Tasha K was like, this girl is very articulate. She has a college degree. She don't talk like that. She was like, that's Photoshop, and Atlantic is working real hard.
And what I said about the college degree is they're trying to spin this narrative that just because she has a college degree doesn't mean she can't speak very casually in hood at times. And y'all know that I'm working on my 7th degree. And I have moments where I get relaxed and get in my hood stance and I could be like, yo, my nigga, or what's up, where the hoes at? So just because you have a college degree does not mean that you can't speak in a very casual way or what some may assume to be ghetto or hood. Okay? And just because you have a college...
Hold on, I'm trying to get to it.
It's okay. I'm seeing it on
So
the line.
Tasha called me and said, please. She's not like mad. She's not trying to put like she's not trying to like put you on the bus. When I told her I was doing an interview with you earlier, she was like, oh, that's nice. But she called me and told me, she said, please, whatever you do, hold off on our interview because this key, like her and Cardi B is going back and forth. If I do another interview on her too fast, it's gonna look like suspect, like we just doing too much.
Now y'all hear that bullshit? She says that Tasha K told her to hold off on an interview basically till after she get her little exclusive out so she can get clout and credit for being the first one to release the story. Fuck me. Fuck the little subscribers. It's not like I was any threat to her. Like I said, I'm not doing this for money. I was doing this because you guys know that we have been having conversations back to back about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and the whole sisterhood and stuff like that. And I was telling us not to be gullible and fall for bullshit because this girl doesn't seem to like black women. And that's why I reached out to Star Marie in her story because I heard her saying that Cardi B said certain things and did certain things against a particular type of black woman. So I wanted to get that truth out. And so what me and Tasha K don't know me, but that girl told me that. I ain't got no reason to lie, Craig. I ain't got no reason.
I cannot. Oh.
I think it's right after
What
this.
she's trying to do is just be the one to have all the views and stuff going to her. I'm not concerned about views and stuff or whatever she's doing. And I had an idea that she would do. I knew that before you told me that. I had an idea that she would tell you something like that. Because the thing is, like others do is when they have the monopoly on something, they want to keep it for themselves, and they don't want to allow to split views or anything with anybody else. And she also I feel you. And she also her radio station that I went to is very.
Oh, I don't know where it's at.
She's not
Yeah.
like mad. She's not trying to.
I know it's coming up.
She's not trying to like
The call is only
put
2
you on the
minutes
bus.
long.
When I thought I was doing an interview with you earlier, she was like concerned about views and stuff or whatever she's doing. And I had an idea that she was building. She's in. It's really, really nice. I don't know if you've been there before, but it's really nice. They had two empty stations, and one they said they.
I can't find it right now.
But I can't do the job.
I know.
You know, I don't live in the country. I'm just here visiting. So, but she offered me a job and everything today. She was like, I just don't really want to go against her right now, only to help and stuff, because I can get you all. They got contracts right now that's open. It's a job and everything, and I will definitely get this job. You sound so good. I feel so bad for you, and if you don't have a job, I know what it is. Well, you're not the only one with that, but I respect.
Oh, is it right there?
I just don't really want to go against her right now, only because
I think it's
I was
coming.
trying to do this, and I'll respect it at the end of the day. But I still want to interview Judge for talking to someone else about that. And they were like, well, you know, it's so much. I was like, yeah, but I was like, I don't think so. I do that because me and her been talking, but that's, you know, it is what it is. Well, you're not the only one doing that, but I respect you for making a better decision.
Right now.
Yeah, you're not the only one. I had somebody from the UK.
We might have to move on because I can't find it now. So we'll throw that one out. But I don't know what part it's on.
Okay.
But me and you both know that there's a part in there that's somewhere in there. Now, I got to find that, but I don't want to kill the show trying to find that one part. So,
Right.
so that was...
I either said in that section, they or that's what she does or that's what they do. So, and what I meant by that is that, yeah, if you're a blogger and you're looking for an interview, and of course you're going to stir controversy, you're going to do whatever it takes. So bickering back and forth with Cardi B, whoever would have come to the page, that I would assume that would be natural for a blogger to do. Of course you're going to hype it up, naturally.
Right. But I think for me, first I wanted to tell you this. I was never taking Tasha K's side to be biased against you. Because I don't have an issue with you, but I don't have an issue with Tasha K either. Like I said, Tasha K never provided any receipts that girl lived with Cardi B. I've told that to Tasha K. I've said that on live. Tasha K did not provide any real receipt. I said that. Now, for you, my biggest thing with you was I felt like you were not being real and honest. You wanted the views and the subscribers just like we all do. So that's my whole thing. And if you wanted that, I just felt like you should have been a little bit more prepared. Because if you go with the narrative of...
And Armon, if I wanted that, I know we're just meeting, but I can't be more realer than what I am. I only speak the truth. I don't lie. If I was doing it for subscribers, I would have said, I was looking to come up off this. This is fucked up. I would have said that. But that was not my goal. I don't have no problem hiding behind shit. And at the end of the day, people are gonna believe what they want to believe. But like I said, it's different when you're a vlogger and you have these subscribers and you're receiving money from Google AdSense. I started uploading videos, my Facebook Live to YouTube, and my subscriber base has hardly even increased because they are nobody but brains. So that's just a backup page where I just upload shit to keep it going, and hopefully one day maybe I will get enough subscribers. I was not doing this, and like I said, I know you're just meeting me, but I was not doing this for subscribe. I wasn't doing.
But
this
see,
to
it's
have a
hard for
breakout
me
story.
to
I didn't
believe
think
that,
it would
Mona.
be a breakout story.
But it's hard for me to believe that when you have been going in every day. You've made about 10 videos, and these have been your highest rated videos yet, discussing this situation, whether it be what happened, the interview, Tasha K. Like, you've been on live, you've been posting, because you right now are a hot ticket conversation. Not to mention, I watched your live today, and you verbatim said, you know, you weren't doing it for clout or this or that. But hey, you got 5,000 more people watching you now. So you're counting those numbers. And although I didn't watch the full video, I had people watching. Wait, and I had people watching, and they told me, they brought it back when somebody, I guess, suggested that you monetize your videos, your old videos. You went back and said, oh, I'm going to monetize them as soon as they open up my monetization, which is fine. We all are. But so just be real. Just be fucking real.
No, Armon, what you're doing is you're conflating two different situations, my love. We're talking about the initial interview and me saying I wasn't looking for clout. Now we're talking about now, after this well-known YouTuber woman came at me unprovoked and constantly disrespected me, called me out of my name, damn right I'm going to reply. If you go back to every one of my videos, I did not make a live just to talk about Tasha K or discredit Tasha K. Every fucking video I did was in response to the fuckery. If she had not had to, and then it wasn't after one incident or two incidents. It was like almost 10 incidents where I'm getting inboxes of her talking about me. She's talking about you again. She's talking about your wig again. She's talking about this. And finally, when she recorded that live, when she said she was taking her daughter to the swim meet, that's when I recorded the video and I went the fuck off. I've only recorded in response, my love. I didn't record to start the shit outside of the first YouTuber video. So, and so I say that you're conflating issues because we're talking about initially the reason for the interview, that I wasn't looking for clout and I wasn't looking to blow up. But now that we have a situation, and now that my subscriber base has increased, would it not be foolish for me not to take advantage of that?
I think you should take full advantage of this.
For me not to go back and monetize? Like, why would I leave money on the table?
You shouldn't. Because you do have a talent. You do have, like, listen, I'm Team Mona, just like I'm Team Tasha K. You are a beautiful black queen, and I want to see you win, just like I want to see her win. But I'm gonna give constructive criticism here on my platform, and if I'm wrong, that's why we're having this conversation today. Okay? So, and I want everybody to know, I don't have an issue with Mona, but I did feel like Mona wasn't being real. And my other part was, Mona, if Here's the thing. You stated several times you have multiple degrees. You're in school. You're doing this. Now you've also let it be known that you can tell that the difference between people who live and breathe YouTube versus a person who just kind of casually does it as a pastime. Now, I'm not discrediting that you had to study. I understand that, and your time is as valuable as the next person. But my thought process is this. If you know that your finals are the most important thing in your life right now, and you also know that YouTube is Tasha K's most important thing right now, it shouldn't have bothered you that much that she went ahead and did the interview first, because you have other things that you're worried about. If you weren't really concerned about breaking the story or getting that viral moment, then whoever doing the interview first wouldn't have been a big deal, because you would have been like, all right, well, I can study. I can put this video out later anyway, because I already planned on putting it out later. It wasn't like that you planned on putting it out that week in the first place. So why did it matter if Tasha K put it out right then and there? Why did it matter if you had to wait an extra week or after finals? Why?
I'm gonna need you to hear me, babe. It didn't matter whether or not she put it out first. She was gonna put it out first. There's no way that I would have been able to edit that video and to do what I needed to do to be able to put it out before midterms week. It just wasn't gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And I even told her in the video, I said, if she want me to definitely wait, after Thursday, that's fine, because I probably wouldn't be able to get the video up until next week anyway, and it's going to my Facebook. So that was not an issue. People keep saying, why were you mad that you did the interview first or released it first? That's not why I was mad. I was mad because this woman didn't give a fuck about my time. And she straight up told this girl to go back on her word. And I felt like that was a fucked up thing to do if, in fact, it did happen. Because everything doesn't revolve around Tasha K. It might do on YouTube, but in the real world, out here in these real streets, everything ain't about social media. So, yes, I did feel annoyed and bothered that someone was encroaching upon my time and they didn't give a fuck. They didn't say ask her not to release it till after Thursday. They said push back the interview in its totality when I made time for this girl to interview. So she didn't give a fuck about my time. And that's what I was upset and annoyed with. It had nothing about who was releasing it first. She was going to release it first. She was going to have the exclusive. That was fine. And me and my brains was going to have this content to have an intellectual discussion about. See, I don't know if people know what it's like to be so thirsty for stimulating conversation that you would actually interview with somebody just for your own personal little circle of people. Like, I don't get that. And I'm a person that is so thirsty for intellectual conversation. I get bored quick and annoyed about stupid shit.
Well, did you have a conversation with Tasha K and let her know that you was going to put the video out later? Or did she know that?
No, I've never had a discussion with Tasha K. Star Marie offered to give me her number, and I'm like, for what? If anything, she should call me. Now, I know Tasha K is like God to a lot of you people, but to me, Tasha K is another woman and a human being. So if she wanted to have a discussion about having her exclusive first, then she should have called me if she felt like she wanted to ask me to push it back.
Okay, so my question is, how would Tasha K know that she was intruding on your time if you never spoke to her? How would she know that you have finals?
I don't know that she would have known that. But what I do know is that when you're telling somebody to push something back, common sense should tell you that you are encroaching upon their time. If they've made arrangements and a time set for an interview and you telling them to push it back, then you know they need to rearrange some things. That's common sense.
This is very true.
That's
That's logical sense. But what's also common sense is this, and I just have to play devil's advocate. When you are in the business of media, and that's how you work, whether you don't have a 9-to-5 like you and I, when you just really work in media and you're breaking stories and you're on the internet arguing with these celebrities and the story is getting bigger, and then you hear there's a potential person trying to break the story, you don't know their schedule. So all you know is there's another potential interview that's going to happen. Then you I cannot fault her from a business standpoint saying, hold on, hold off. I cannot fault Tasha K for standing back and assessing the situation, seeing, okay, what other blogger is really going heavy in the paint with this story besides me? And if she can look around and she sees that she's the only one writing stories, going back and forth and doing the investigation, then I feel like she is deserved the interview. Why would somebody who just simply inboxes a girl deserve the interview? You don't deserve the interview. No, and especially if I don't know your time.
The interview. You're saying the interview, my dear.
But I'm even saying the time.
Any exclusive. When Star and I spoke, Star knew that I didn't have a large following. She told me it was okay. She wasn't looking for clout. I told her that, look, I got a small group of brains. We have been having these discussions, and I'm interested in what you have to say about whether or not Cardi B's racist or not, since she claimed to have intimate knowledge about her, claiming that she lived with her. See, when you're phrasing these questions about the media and the business and things that I'm not involved in, I'm not a part of the business. And to me, even explaining that sounds a bit cutthroat, because when you working that hard, it seems like you would have worked that hard that when you did that interview and had your contract signed, like your attorney suggests, you would have also had her sign an exclusivity contract, meaning that you would have not interviewed with somebody else. So I don't understand this logic between media and real journalism and then YouTube and what they're doing on YouTube, because it just sounds like cutthroat to me, because in the business you have your paperwork and your ducks in a row, and she could have had that girl sign an exclusivity contract where she would have not interviewed with anybody else. That she could have did. Instead, she played YouTube games, and she's like, well, push off the interview, do this, do that, without any kind of regard for my time or what I have going on.
But you keep saying your time.
It's not about breaking the exclusive. It's not about breaking the exclusive, because I didn't believe that I would be breaking an exclusive. I didn't even believe that the story was still that poppy. That's why I reached out to her. I didn't think that this was still a viral moment type of thing.
Mm-hmm. It's just hard for me to, like.
I told you September 14th. But do you remember when she went viral? Wasn't it like earlier in September, end of August?
I'm not really sure, because I got to it late. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But logically speaking,
I'm coming in on the tail end of things.
Right.
You know, when everything died down.
But logically speaking, Mona, you sound 100% correct. I understand that. But what I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around is that you're putting out this narrative, which it works, that she didn't have consideration of your time, but at the same time, she didn't know what your time schedule was. And you know, like, she didn't even know that you had, who knew that you had finals?
What do we do when we don't know things? And what do we do when we don't know things, Armon? What do we do?
You can ask questions.
We ask questions.
But why am I okay?
Out.
Okay.
Do not give any consideration to ask questions or find out. I know in her world, she's a YouTuber, she's a media, she's the shit, she's above me. I ain't shit to her. I get that. But on a human being level, on a very basic level of respect and consideration, she didn't find out. She didn't give a fuck.
But maybe she didn't even know who you were.
Her and what. She knew who I was, because you can hear in the call, Star Marie said, I told her your name. I gave her your Instagram. She went to your Instagram. She said you were real nice. But she knew who I was. She was checking to see if she had competition.
Right. But here's the thing, Mona. I agree with you. But this is why I'm just saying, girl, I just want you to be real and say you want to be a part of this game, even if it's a little bit. Because you felt the way, and you should, because you almost had an interview, and you moved your schedule around, you moved some things around, and you felt a little big fish eat little fish, and that happens. But a piece of that is you got to also realize a person like Star Marie was looking for the biggest media outlet, so she was fishing people. Period. Star Marie was trying to get to Queen Radio.
But that's not the way she came at me. When she came at me, she was saying she wasn't clout chasing. She was worried about her safety. She didn't want it to be that big. She didn't expect for it to blow up like that. She was just talking to her little following. You know, like, these are the things that she told me. So I'm not thinking that she's looking for the biggest audience or this or that. Like I
You know why you
understand
feel that way?
doors wide open.
And the reason why you feel that way also goes to the reason why I could see why Tasha K wasn't probably anything personal towards you, because honestly, I would do the same thing, is because Mona, honestly, if we sit back and look around and we talk about it, it doesn't matter about your time, doesn't matter about any of that. When you sit back and look around, you really didn't know what the heck was going on. You didn't really do a lot of research. Because if you did research, if you really understood what was going on, you could see that that girl was an opportunist and she was waiting out the biggest interview. She kept referencing Queen Radio. And then number two, if I'm Tasha K, I don't care if let's take Tasha K out of it. If I'm Armon Wiggins and I hear that somebody is trying to get a story, I'm not looking at their time, especially if I'm doing the research and this person is not talking about it. This person is not sacrificing their reputation. You're not doing anything. I'm going to tell her, hey, listen, the first interview you need to do is with me because I am making this story grow. So she was right in that. So I don't really feel like she needed to check in and see what time you were doing it.
Both of those before we have too many, and I forget. So I'm gonna address both of those. Mm-hmm. The first thing you said was I didn't really do the research to realize that she was an opportunist. I agree to that, and I also agree to the fact that I may have been a bit naive and misled by matters of the heart and my own passions in believing this girl so wholeheartedly at what she presented to me. So I agree to that. The second part is you're saying in business you would have done the same thing. Keep in mind I have business degrees. I'm in business. I have a career, right? And I feel like, and people are different. You're entitled to be cutthroat because there's certainly people like that in the business, and it keeps business thriving. In fact, most of these businesses are thriving in their top businesses because some people was willing to do some strange things for some change, okay? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the type of person that I am, I would have worked my ass off to get to that person first. Then I would have made them sign an exclusivity track. I would have did it all above board. And you can still do that and have the same outcome without specifically saying, hold off on that interview. Mm-hmm. Now, if she had signed an exclusivity contract, she would have had that on board before Star talked to me. And Star would have been like, look, I've already signed an exclusivity contract, and I would have fell the fuck back. But when Star talked to me, as far as I know, she had no other interviews scheduled at the time. And I also want to correct one thing. We still did do an interview, even after Tasha K allegedly told her to hold off on the interview. We still did it that night. Mm-hmm. It was like 2.5 hours that we interviewed on that video that she prevented me downloading. And there was so many contradictions. And that's why she was moonwalking the next day talking about, oh, I got homework, I'm cleaning up, I can't even talk right now, because she knew she was caught in her shit. So she was afraid to go back on because I think she was scared that I was going to bum rush her about the shit, but I was just going to let her tell her story and let the brains eat that shit alive. Because I had already made up my mind after she refused to get me that video, and I'm looking at my wife like, this bitch is lying. Like, I can't believe this bitch is lying to me.
So my question is, while you had her on the phone, why you just didn't do the interview right then and there? Like, why you just didn't put it out? Like, because you put it out eventually anyway, so why you just didn't put it out?
Because that was never going to be put out. That was just a phone conversation. Mm-hmm. You know, as you can see, it wasn't an interview. We were overlapping. We were talking. We were mm-hmm. getting to know each other, lollygag, all that shit. That was just a phone call. Mm-hmm. And I'm calling it the pre-interview because I'm assessing her. I'm getting to know her. I'm asking some questions to kind of get an idea. That would have never been put out had this whole situation never occurred. What would have been put out was the final outcome or whatever the video was. That would have been put out. So, no, I didn't do the interview right then. I reached out to her. She called me, like, right away. Our day was busy. We was running errands that day. In fact, I was in the car with her that entire call. So I wanted to be able to do it on video and get back home to my little setup mm-hmm. so that we can actually do a video.
Right, and I think, and forgive me if I'm wrong, sorry, because I might have missed something, but I'm still trying to figure out, and I really do apologize because I really might have missed this, but why didn't the interview come out after again? Like, why didn't you just, why didn't you do the interview? Why don't we see the interview? Like, why didn't you just do it after?
Right. I did do the interview, and I wasn't able to download the interview. When I called the software company, they told me that that's because the other party prevented downloading of the interviews that they were in. So that's why I couldn't download it. And I asked them if there was anything we could do to recover it, if I did her to change the settings, and they said no. Once it's gone, if I didn't click the download, that it wouldn't download. The video's just lost.
So you have a video of the interview.
I do not have a video of the interview because I was not able to download it.
Download it from where?
From the software that I use.
So you recorded the video on a software and then you couldn't download it off the software?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we relied on software that I use for business, and we were down, and that was the only thing I knew to go to because I'm not, like I said, I don't know, like, so it wasn't for YouTube, so I don't know, like, all this stuff that YouTubers are using nowadays. But my regular ass business software, I was like, let me get you a code, and I'm gonna get you logged in here. And the videos, when we do the videos, you can usually download them afterwards. And I've never had an issue with it, but her settings didn't allow me to download the video.
Her setting. So was she in the video or was this just audio?
She was in the video. Both of us were in the video.
Oh, so she came so she came to where you're located and she sat with you and did an interview.
No.
Oh.
No, she was home and we were live on video, like a Skype, like a side by side.
Okay.
So she was at her home and I was at my home and we were live and I have a little background, you know what I'm saying, that I sit in front of because that's where my computer is. So I sat there and she was on the other side and we talked. We did the interview and it was 2.5 hours long.
And you couldn't download, you couldn't repost that at nowhere. Like and somehow Star Marie blocked it. But she blocked videos of her being in it. You cannot download videos with Star Marie in it. And that's why you said, are YouTubers blocking bags?
What?
And that's why you made the comment, are YouTubers blocking bags? I'm just trying to get to where...
I made the comment, are YouTubers blocking bags because of what Star Marie told me. Star Marie told me that Latasha K told her to hold off on the interview. So I said... The reason why the whole title of my first post was, here's the reason why you won't see an interview between Star Marie and I, and are YouTubers blocking bags. I was going to talk about the entire situation from start to finish, the entire headache.
So is there anything in that interview that you can tell us that we don't know?
Well, I don't know if you don't know, but here's a few things that really opened my eyes. She made a comment. She said, I don't know why Cardi B is jealous of me because her tricks and my tricks were different ages. Her tricks were like in their 21 to 29, and my tricks were 34 to 35. And I said, sis, tricks? Mm-hmm. And she was like, yeah, date. And I was like, And I just went on, and I kind of side-eyed my wife, and I looked at her, and she's looking at me like, damn, did she catch that? Yeah, I caught that, bitch. I know what tricks are. So you were selling your body. And I'm okay with that because I'm pro-ho, but what I'm not going to do is tear down another woman and you call her out for prostitution when you was doing the same damn thing. That's what I'm not going to do. And then another thing she said was, the sequence of times was out because she tried to say it was 2015 that she lived with Cardi, and initially she told me 2013. In the video interview, she said 3 to 4 months. In the phone call, she said definitely more than 6 months. So it was a lot of shit not adding up. Then she mentioned that she had to go back to the hotel to get bags. And here's the thing, if you can follow me real quick, that is a bit of a paradox. She says that her and Cardi B went with the trick. The trick started to give her cunnilingus without her permission, so he was essentially raping or molesting her, right? Mm-hmm. Cardi B woke up. Cardi B was pissed off. She didn't understand. She thought the girl was fucking for free, so they had this big-ass fallout. She got kicked out. She went and got her things, left, got in the airplane, and went right home. But then she says that after the whole cunnilingus event, that Cardi B went to the job to sue and said that she said she had herpes and she had to go to the NYC department, health department or whatever, and wait 2 weeks for results. Now that becomes a different circle because at the time you were getting your results back was about the same goddamn time, if you follow me, that you was getting kicked out of the hotel.
Right.
So how does that happen at the same time?
Well, let me ask you this.
Like that call?
You have an iPhone. I know for a fact you don't have an Android. So she don't have an Android, Tasha. Okay. Now, you said you use a software. I want to get back to the software because everybody keep asking what the software is. Can you tell us what the software is?
No.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm not is because, and I'll just be honest with you, I use the software for work, and I probably shouldn't have been using it to interview her to begin with.
Okay.
So that was probably my
That's fine.
karma.
Okay, so, but the video is still there. You just can't download it. So, would you be willing to
it's not there at all. If it was there, I would have recorded it with my phone and played it on the computer. It's not there at all. It's gone.
So the video So the video is gone.
It's gone. If you don't download it, it's gone. You don't believe what you want to believe.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I've never heard of that.
I can only tell the truth. I know you guys don't know me yet. But when you get to know me, you'll find out one thing about me. Truth is very important to me. I don't believe in lying. I don't see a reason to lie. I'm not afraid of people. I'm not afraid of animals. I'm not afraid of opinions. I have no reason to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even recall the last time I told a lie. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just that fucking blunt. Like, I just don't lie. I don't got a reason to.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's move on from that because we're not going to get that footage. So, what is your YouTube for? Why do you have a YouTube? Are you a blogger?
I have a YouTube. Well, I do have a blog that I occasionally post blogs on. If you go back and look at the dates, they're kind of sporadic. I was on YouTube probably more than 10 years ago at this point. I had up to 50,000 subscribers, and this was before monetization. In fact, when I left YouTube, we were just doing partnerships. So I fell back off YouTube. I closed that account, and I recreated a new account so that I can continue to watch videos. I created that account, I believe, around 2013. I created that account, and I watched the videos for a while. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to just upload my Facebook videos to YouTube, and then maybe one day the following will increase. And so that's what I have been doing. I'll be on live on Facebook, and after I'm done, I just upload it to YouTube. You know, I dabbled a bit, but dabbling a bit and casually using a software is not indicative of someone that's trying to have an exclusive and blow the fuck up. If I was trying to have an exclusive and blow the fuck up, I'd have been pushing that shit out there like Tasha K was. It's not like I don't know the business. It's not like I don't know YouTube. It's not like I don't know how shit works. I know. And if I really wanted the exclusive, I would have been all over the place. When Star put up that post about her having an interview with Symone, I asked her why she put it up. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I could take it down. I was like, well, it's up now. You know, people already seeing it because I'm getting followers. Like, I'm like, why am I getting all these followers on Facebook? Mm-hmm. So, and then a friend reached out to me and was like, you interviewing that Star Marie chick? And I was like, yeah, for Critical Minds. And she was like, Mona, that's not a good look for you. That girl is lying. And I was like, I don't think she is. I think she's just telling the truth. She's in the herbs and she does this and she does that. Like, she had me gone. I truly believed her.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I just want to let you know that I never intended to want to have a beef with you. Okay? So the only reason why I was saying
we never did.
No, we never did. So and I think this is like from a business standpoint, because I like to think business. This is good for you and me because we do have smaller channels. I think for me though, it was just I like you and I could tell that you will be my homegirl. We will kick it and we'll be cool. But I just felt like, you know, you so cool and you so smooth and you so smart. You don't want to come across like you really wanted that interview. When really, you did.
You're going to get to know me. You'll get to
know
me.
You did. You wanted that. And you wanted that moment.
I'm telling you.
You wanted that moment.
Get to know me. Like I said, I get that a lot of people don't understand how someone could be so thirsty for knowledge and information and so thirsty for stimulating content that they would reach out and do an interview that's not necessarily intended for the public. You know, like I said, yeah, I probably would have uploaded to YouTube, but I wouldn't expect much from it because I don't have a reach. I was not advertising an interview with Star Marie. I wasn't pushing out, even when I knew I was the only person on board for an interview. I wasn't talking about exclusive. I didn't share her post. I didn't do none of that shit. And that is shit, using your logical sense. If I was trying to hype up an exclusive, I would have been doing that. But you're going to get to know me, and I trust that when you get to know me, you'll be able to look back on this and you'll understand how my brain works, and it'll make sense. Because I realize that we're all biased to a certain degree based on our understanding of the world and our frame of view, our vantage point. So I get that your vantage point is as a YouTuber, and I respect it because I watched your video rip me to shreds, and I still subscribe because I like the way that you presented it. Even though I felt it was wrong and it was off track, I like the fact that you seem to at least be thinking critically, but from your vantage point. It was not from the understanding of who I am and what I'm about and what I live for.
Well, Mona, I subscribe to you as well, and I follow you on Instagram.
Not what I live for.
Right. But I subscribe to you because I like what you give to, and I subscribe to you, and I follow you on Instagram. But from a business standpoint, when you have a shark and you coming into the lanes of even if you didn't want the exclusive, fine, you didn't want it, but somebody did. So it's still hard for me to digest the fact that you keep saying you didn't want it, it wasn't that serious to you, then you shouldn't be so bothered. It shouldn't have bothered you so much.
I am not bothered about the exclusivity.
No, I'm not saying that.
By the fuck somebody encroached upon my time. You can ask any one of my brains, and they'll tell you Mona is a busy woman. Like I said, I got a 9 to 5. I got life coaching on the side. I'm in grad school full time. I got 3 adult kids in college. My wife is in grad school. I got health shit going on. Like, I got a lot of shit going on. I'm busy. Everybody knows. When anybody hit me up, they be like, "You too busy? I need a moment." Like, people know that I'm serious about my time. I get bothered. Don't have me going to the doctor's office and I'm waiting 30 minutes. Yeah, my wife says I'm very impatient. I'll give her that. I can be impatient, but I don't like my time being fucked with. That's personal to me. And I feel like as human beings, we should be considerate of each other and what we have going on in our lives. I can promise you that now that I'm on this YouTube platform, and I may lean a little bit to you for business advice because I don't know how y'all moving now. I got a wild taste of it, and it seems pretty shady, but I can tell you this, one thing I'll never do is completely against Freddie's daughter's code of ethics. I'll never step on another person or another sister to get an exclusive interview. If I felt like I had put in most of the work and I didn't have the exclusivity contract, I'll reach out to that sister and I'll say, "Hey, I've done X, Y, Z. Can we come to an agreement about this or that? I'll shout you out on my platform. I'll do this." I would have worked with that sister. I would never step on nobody else's toes like a crab in a bucket. I would never do that. And I would be considerate of their time because I know I would want a human being to be considerate of my time.
Yes.
So if that's how they moving, that's not how I'm moving out here. And maybe that might be a little too sweet for some people, naive, that I may not get the fan base that everybody else has because I'm way too fucking understanding and I'm not willing to be as cutthroat as some people. But then so be it. I have what I have and what the universe has intended for me.
No, now you know what? With that last piece, I understand. You may not have really been a YouTuber, and maybe you weren't ready for the shit to go like it went. Like you probably didn't think that people do that. But the hard part is I've seen photos with you with Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison, so you know YouTubers and bloggers and personalities, and you be around that. Yeah. So it's like, do you think that them girls is all? You don't think Madison gets to it? You don't think Dineva can be cutthroat if she had to? You get what I'm saying? I see, wait, hold on. I see people in the comments. Hold on. Let me just say this. I see people in the comments. Now, I'm not going to say his name or her name, but I see people in the comments, and they're saying I'm being rude to you. Mind you, these are people who have never said anything to me, right? But let me just show you how this game goes. Let me show you how this game goes. Okay. But these are the same people that will ignore my videos that have been going crazy for the last 3 days, and they've been posting links to their videos in my comments. That's how this shit
Wow.
go.
I
Wow.
It's not none of the brains, but the brains know I can take it.
And let me address this.
I don't think you
Not to you, Mona, but let me address you, bitch. I see you, not you, Mona. I see you. So you can keep your comments, cause I see you, and I seen that you was adding your links to my fucking comment thread. So the next time when you do your review, make sure you review that too, bitch. Now go ahead, Mona. Sorry, I have to step off my pedestal.
Okay. No, that's okay. I don't think you're being rude to me. I mean, I accept it all. And just to highlight what you said is, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared because I wasn't thinking that this would go the way it did. But now that we're here, like I said in my live, I would be foolish to leave money on the table. I would be foolish not to monetize my account. Mm-hmm. I would be foolish not to talk to the people. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. Because, see, I'm not a celebrity gossiper. The only reason why celebrity crossed paths in this conversation, but because we were talking about the naivety and gullibility of black women, and are we quick to believe what industry and what other folks feed us? And that's how this popped off. Mm-hmm. But I expect that of my 5,000 subscriber base is going to drop real fast once I get to talking about the shit that I talk about. And that's okay with me, because I only want people that are open-minded enough to understand. And if they don't jive with me for whatever reason, that's okay. I'd rather them unsubscribe and leave than to waste my time hating on me all day.
Right.
So what I talk about is political commentary. I talk about religion. I talk about psychology, mental illness, the black community, the LGBTQIA community, trans love, relationships, stuff like that. Love, sex, sexuality, gender expression. Those are the things that I discuss in heavy detail, too. So with a lot of expletives.
Right, which all goes back to, Mona, I feel like you are a personality just like the rest of us, girl. And you kind of got burnt and ran over, and you wasn't expecting it to go like that.
You did say that. You said that, so let me address that. So I'm friends with T.S. Madison, and you saw videos of pictures of me with different people like Corey Knotts and Funky Dineva and this and that, and I've been in the audience on the Queen Supreme Court because I am friends with Madison. She is a dear heart to me. Do I know people in the blogging industry? Sure, I do. I was one of the first people on YouTube. You know, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of, popular YouTubers, even some that you guys may not know because they've fallen off over the years. I do know a lot of people. I know some famous people. I'm not a name dropper. I know some people. So you're right in that. But do me and these people sit around talking about vlogging and YouTube? And no. My friends, we don't talk about that. You have industry friends, and then you have real friends. And for the real friends in my life, we talk about real life shit, like doctor's appointments, what the fuck going on with you now. That's what we talk about. We don't sit up and talk about a platform or YouTube or nothing like that. Like, I can't even recall having a conversation with Maddie about YouTube or nothing like that. If I speak with her, I'm asking her how she feels or how Mama Mary doing. That's what I'm talking to her about. So no, if I was really, and then Armon, like, using your logic, think about this. All these people I know, right? You done seen these people. At least I be around these people and I be in the mix, right? Mm-hmm. Why haven't I had one of them put me on or front and center?
You don't want to do that.
You think these people?
You don't want to do that.
You don't think these people is like most? I have people that think that I'm dope, that are some of the dopest people, that have millions of people following them, and they think I'm the shit. They're a fan of Mona Symone.
Mona, let's not. Let me give you a little secret about that, Mona.
My horn a little bit and finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
Just let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
If that was the case, I could have been put on, babe. I could have been put on.
That's not true either. So with that thought process, girl, you're gonna keep living in denial. Because me and you know some of the same people. And I don't know if whether they talk to you or not, but I've sat and talked on the phone for hours and hours with some of the same people that you and I know. I've lived in Atlanta. I've brushed elbows. I know some of these same people behind the scenes. Go ask around, then you'll find out. And let me tell you, the two people that have helped me, there was this man, this white man from, hold on, let me finish, because you asked me to let you finish, and I'll let you finish. There was a white man from Australia that helped me learn what I was doing. And then there was Tasha K that shared my live feed, and that lady does not know me. She shared my live feed 2 days ago. Some of these same people we've talked about have known me for years, have told me some of their most intimate things. They know what I do. They know what I'm capable of. Have never shared or put me on or put me in any position to be exposed to anything. So before you, everybody, let's be clear. People are not your friends like that. So a lot of bloggers will not help you out. So let's not do that.
Okay,
You can't just ask a person to put you on.
And I don't know why these people never put you on, but I will tell you this. Madison is one of the most giving people I know. People that are in her circle that are doing things and making moves, she will push them. She will ask them, you want me to share this? You want me to put you on? You want to do this? She is very supportive of the people in her circle. So when I tell you that I've had opportunity to be front and center, I have. And I don't know why these people didn't offer you the same thing, but I've had that opportunity and I've declined.
But let me ask this. Where did your last 3,000 followers, subscribers come from?
It came from this whole situation, the Tasha K situation.
Not T.S. Madison.
And that was not by intent. This was by accident.
So that goes into my other thought process. Do you think that Tasha K has Tasha K helped your brand?
Has Tasha K helped her brand?
Has Tasha K helped your brand?
I think the situation definitely brought people to me, but I'm watching the comments that come in, and I get as much hate as I do love. I think people hit the subscribe button because they like what they saw in me. Likewise, people, now sure, the situation might have made them aware of me, but what made them hit that subscribe button was because of me. Now, did the incident prompt all this? Sure. But at the end of the day, it's up to me to be able to maintain these subscribers, and it was me that caused them to click that subscribe button. And most people that click that subscribe button said, I came here for the Tasha K thing, but I like your realness, so I'm subscribing.
And so this is where we disconnect.
I'm not just as much as Tasha K lovers coming over here telling me that I'm a hater. So, you know.
But this is where we disconnect, because if you are as real as you say you are, even though Tasha K could have done something wrong, I'll tell you this. You are helping me. Tasha K has helped me. So the thing is, you have to be real. Tasha K has helped your brand, period. Because if she didn't, you wouldn't have made as many videos. Your highest rated videos are when you're discussing this situation and her. Like, just be real. This whole situation has helped you.
Yes, the situation did help. I did not deny that the situation helped. But what I'm telling you is, in order for people to subscribe and to say subscribe, they got to like what they're hearing and they got to like what they see. At the end of the day, you can share, the most popular people can share shit, and people won't subscribe if they don't like what they're seeing. So yeah, it helps, but I also help because I'm me.
All right, Mona, you want to take a phone call? We have a phone call. Are you down for that? We got to see if Mona's down for a phone call. Okay, Mona says she's going to take a call. Okay, so 504 area code 0415. Hi.
Hey, hey, Mona, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I don't want to be mean, I've listened to some of your videos. I think you're very smart. I think you're a beautiful woman.
Go ahead. Thank you.
I think you're beautiful, but the thing is, I've been in the industry for over 10 years, and when I listen to you speak, you're speaking from an emotional standpoint, and you're speaking from only the way that you think. So you're saying stuff like, well, I'm the one who had the interview first, or, these people are subscribing to me. Like, no, this is Tasha's thing that you're talking about. But at the end of the day, you don't have a big following. So if I was coming out to do an interview, I'm not going to go to you because I don't know who you are. Maybe Star didn't know everything about you and she was being nice. Yeah, I'll do the interview. But sitting back and being like, okay, is this really the move that I want to make? For me, as a songwriter, there's hundreds of people who record songs for one artist. There's only going to be 7 to 12 songs on that album. We're all not going to be able to get on that album. But do we have a fit about it? Oh, no, you should have respected me, and I had the song first. No, this is business. At the end of the day, people got to go with what's best for their brand. It's not about us all the time, you know? And I think you're beautiful and great, but you also keep talking about your other stuff that you have. Oh, I have a degree. Oh, I work. I do this. I have my wife. Okay, so that's letting us know that you're not even focused on YouTube 100%.
Right.
So how do you expect people to respect you and want to focus on you 100% if you're not even in this game 100%? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
Nobody's coming at you. Nobody, and I know Tasha very well.
You don't have to say that.
But listen, let me just finish. No, let me just finish. I know Tasha very well, and she's a busy woman. So it's not like she's just sitting there like, oh, let me see who this Mona is. Oh, no, da-da-da-da. She was probably on a cell phone call. She was probably taking paperwork, and she looked at your page, and, you know, she's like, oh, she's pretty, and kept going about her business. Like, this woman does big stories every 2 weeks. She's not even on Cardi B anymore. It wasn't nothing negative about you, but if you have a story with Dateline, okay, say I'm about to do a story with Dateline, and it's a 2-part series or something. You're not going to go in the middle of the Dateline interview to go to Breakfast Club before all the Dateline's interview is out. You had that Dateline interview, and they had their set time where you can't even talk to other people for a good 6 months till all their stuff is out. So I think you're just making it a big deal, and you're being too sensitive. And if you're going to be this sensitive, this business is not for you, baby girl. It's not for you.
So let me respond to you. Okay, so first of all, you're speaking from a perspective of being in a business. I'm not in this business. I just
right. So why are you in it?
Let me finish. Okay. Because I listened to your whole monologue. So let me.
You're right, babe.
I'm not looking at it as a perspective of the business. You're looking at it as a perspective of the business. So I wasn't looking at it as business. I was looking at it as personal. And yes, on a personal level, I was annoyed. I don't make any excuses for that. I'm not going to backtrack or down from that. I'm okay with having emotions because we're not plastic people. So the business talk that you speak of, me a few days ago, I'm separated from that. Not only that, I'm speaking about it still because Armon asked me to come on his show. I did a live Q&A today for closure so that people can move past that and move on. Any video that I've recorded has been in response to the situation, my dear. So it's not like I'm keeping this thing going. And then you said a couple of others. What else did you say? That was something that I keep talking about, what all the stuff that I'm busy on and Tasha K is busy on. I'm not checking for Tasha K like you checking for Tasha K. Clearly, she means a lot more to you than she does to me as far as like being like a YouTuber or whatever. I don't praise people because of how many people follow them or how many subscribers that they have. I'm speaking. I said I respect you, right? Allow me to finish.
Well, don't throw in jabs.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute you, caller. Okay, go ahead. I have to mute the caller. Go ahead, Mona. I muted the caller. Mona, I muted the caller. Go ahead.
Thank you. So the caller had a lot of great and insightful things to say about business. And like I said from the beginning, I didn't see myself as a part of the YouTube business. So no, I was not thinking about it from a business aspect. And yes, when I speak on things, I'm speaking from my point of view because I can't speak from anyone else's point of view. Like the caller just made statements saying that Tasha K did this and that. How does she even know that for sure? Even I'm still saying allegedly Tasha K said push the interview back because I'm not sure 100% because I haven't talked to Tasha K, so I don't know if she told Star Marie that or not.
Wait a minute, Mona. Wait a minute. Wait. You can't do that because if you're saying allegedly, then your whole case is thrown out.
No, that's not true because my whole case and argument from the beginning was question mark, are YouTubers blocking bags? Star Marie told me XYZ. And I proved that Star Marie did in fact tell me XYZ.
No, that's not what you presented. You presented was she didn't have consideration for your time, and so she told Star Marie to not do the interview with you. That's what your argument was.
Going off the assumption, come on now, I need y'all to keep up. going off the assumption that she did actually, in fact, say that, because the question that you asked me was going off the assumption that she actually did do that. So you asked me why I was bothered. I was bothered because I believe what Star Marie was telling me, that Tasha K really did push off the interview. But I cannot in good conscience come and throw this woman under the bus and say that she definitely did, because that's hearsay. That's based off what somebody told me. So do I believe in my heart that Tasha K told her that? Yes, I wholeheartedly do. But can I say that in good conscience and say Tasha K definitely did this? I cannot, because this is based off what someone told me.
All right, Mona, we're gonna take some more calls. Let me get the last caller. 504, you on here? You got one more second. I just had to mute you. I didn't mean to be rude. Thank you for calling. But do you want to say anything else before I let you go?
And I'm not coming at her at all. And the fact that she went off on me like that is another reason why she can't handle this business. I didn't. I just said that you can't handle the business, and Tasha's not after you like that. She's got a lot of stuff going on. And all I'm saying is, baby girl, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, the girl didn't do an interview. Okay, let's move on. Let's try to get the next interview. Like, to go and do a blog and all this, and to say you're not after Tasha and all that, you are the one who put out a video saying someone's trying to stop my bags, and here's the interview of me talking to Star. So obviously Tasha's going to respond to you. You put that video out. You did it.
Told you, when I put out the videos asking, are YouTubers blocking bags, Tasha was already responding. In fact, Tasha, and I see her in the comments, she had been on like 7 or 8 vlogs talking about my wig and Pretty Woman, and I had not.
She responded to you saying stopping your bag.
All right, caller. Thank you, love. I like her. Thank you, baby, out the 504. We have to let her go because y'all going to keep arguing. Okay, so we got a lot of private callers. You guys will be last. And I also want to let everybody know, if you call in, I know you guys are new to me and you guys don't know how I work. I don't really care to call you. I'll never call you back. I'll never share your phone number. A lot of people have my number. I don't want them to have my number. And when I read the numbers, I'm only reading the area code and the last 4 numbers. I will never give anybody's number out. Okay? Never. I don't give a damn how heated it gets. I don't give people number out because I don't really care to, and I don't remember y'all numbers, and I don't want people giving my number out. So with that being said, y'all all don't have to call me blocked because y'all will be last or you won't be heard. Okay, so 858 area code 2513, last 4. You're live on the air.
Hi, Armon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I missed it last night. I didn't get to ask Tasha K what I was going to ask her, but ask for Symone. Have you tried to have a conversation with her? Because I personally feel like Star Marie she's a liar, and I think she's an activist, and I think that she told you what she told you, basically. Tasha K first.
When Tasha K and I were on Amadi's live, we were talking to each other in the comments, getting some things sorted out. She did say that she was taking care of some things or doing some things in Las Vegas, and she said she'd reach out. So whenever she reaches out, then we'll see about having a discussion about it. So I mean, I'm open to that. Like I said, I don't run from discussions. I don't fall back off of what I said. I back up what I said. I never came for this woman to after she came for me like 10 times. That's not even how I roll. Like, I'm never going to just come out the box at a black woman tearing her down. I wouldn't do that. But I will defend myself, and if someone is constantly talking shit about me and making fun of my hair or different things, and my friends are telling me, darn right I'm going to address it. And so I eventually addressed it. And it wasn't after the first time. Like I said, it was like after the 8th time. So I showed a lot of patience in trying to understand and waiting to see if it would die down. And it didn't. She kept going. So I felt like Amadi was like, what do you think Tasha K's issue with you is? And I said, honestly, I can't tell if she has the issue of crush. But she seemed to want to help me. Ooh. She seems to want to push this. Like, maybe this is good for her, too. Her subscriber base did go up. Controversy sells.
I've been saying.
In the long run, it helps her, too.
Absolutely. This
So,
helps
you know-
all of us. If you don't think that this helps Tasha K too, this does. Tasha K has done videos with everybody.
Yeah, Tasha, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Yeah, DM. Tasha said, corrected me. She said she DM'd me. Yeah, she said she DM'd me. So whenever she does that, you know, we can chat. I'm open to it.
Absolutely. But this,
And like I said,
for the
like I said
entertainment
before
piece of
in
the
my
business,
live-
it helps everybody.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think so. I think that, and I want to say this too, and this is just how I am as a person. Like I said in my live, even if Tasha K had said, hold off on the interview, I don't feel like she owes me an apology, because who am I but another human being capable of making the same human mistake or mistreating a person or whatever in life. So she doesn't owe me an apology, but I would like to know from her whether or not she truly said that or not, and she can say it in the comments if she wants. And if she wants to have a conversation with me, that's fine. I don't feel like I'm all high and mighty that she has to have a conversation with me at this point. But if she would like to, then we certainly can have a conversation and talk it out.
But see, this is where I was a little bit on your side. Now you keep losing me further. So you don't even know if she really said that. So you don't really know if Star Marie was just baiting you out just to see if she can get a bigger interview than your platform.
But
you went and made all these videos about Tasha K.
Tasha's actions, when we go, I don't, like I told you, I don't know for sure, but I do believe that she did. That's what I feel. But if we go based off of Tasha's actions, after I put out that video saying, are YouTubers blocking bags? She didn't make a video and say, I ain't blocking bags. She jumped on people's videos to talk about this prostitute in a wig and try and tear me down about activism and this and that and coming for me. She didn't try to clear her name. She went on the attack. And when people go on attack like that, that's because the truth has been told and they know they can't back out of that. So they're going to try and shame you in a different way. So that's the way I took that, because once I saw her coming for me on everybody's vlog, I'm like, oh, okay, so she must have really did say the shit.
No, Mona, that's not true. The reason why she came for you, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, that's not the only reason why a person will come for you. Let me lower my tone, because people think because I talk loud, because I naturally talk loud, they think I'm yelling. I'm not yelling. But the thing is, if she came for you, it's because you done made video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 about her. And who knows? Now, we don't even know if the damn lady said that shit.
It's so out of sequence. It's so out of
How many videos did you make about Tasha K?
That's out of sequence.
But before you confirmed that she said something about you,
let me give you the real timeline.
You went and made a video about her.
I'm going to give you the real timeline. I recorded the first video, and I said, are YouTubers blocking bags? After that, Tasha K was on like 7 or 8 different vlogs talking about me. Not mentioning my name, but talking about my wig and making disparaging remarks against me. Then Star Marie put up the thing saying, I don't know why she's mad at Tasha K, yada, yada, and trying to insinuate that she hadn't told me that Tasha K told her to push back the interview. That's when I did the second video, and I was like, all right, so they trying to say I'm lying on Star Marie. Let me go ahead and drop this call. I dropped that call. Then Tasha K went on her world YouTube tour. She really let have. And when she made that live video, that's when I went the fuck off. So no, get the timeline right, babe. I said YouTuber, and I had said nothing else about her. She took it upon herself to start making disparaging remarks against me.
Okay, but you assumed that Star Marie didn't play the both of y'all against each other. You assume, you trusted.
No,
my thing is, how could you believe? Wait, listen. But did you believe that Star Marie actually lived with Cardi B?
Initially, I did.
Initially, you did. That's not the energy you said when we first started. So you went into the interview believing Star Marie. That's what you're telling me.
Yes, I believe. No.
Okay, Mona. My software is messing up too. Hold on.
Even though people were telling me that not to believe her and she was lying, I believed her wholeheartedly. You watch this video back. I only speak truth. The truths are easier to remember than a lie. So there's nothing you can catch me on because I'm only speaking the truth. And from the beginning, I said, yeah, she had me naive, nose wide open, gullible. I was damn near eating her pussy. I was so into it. I believed everything she said. It wasn't until that video recording that those contradictions and what really turned my light bulb on was when she said the thing about the trick. When she said that, I was like, oh, this bitch is lying. She's lying to me. And that's when things started to make sense. But I've always maintained initially I believed her. In fact, I'm quite embarrassed by that fact, that I could be so naive and gullible, and here I am calling myself the brain and believing this woman off bat.
And here you are possibly thinking Tasha K did something to spite you or to shade you, and this lady could have just been lying the whole time.
Hey, look, but, you know, if she was lying, then Tasha K would have handled that differently. But what did Tasha K do? Before I even mentioned her name, she proceeded to make disparaging remarks about me all across the YouTube community. She was throwing pot shots from day one, even in her Instagram post that y'all didn't even realize was about me. I knew she was asking about me. It's a lot of shit that people don't know that go on behind the scenes that really ain't for us to discuss. But we know what was up. We know that she knew that I was speaking about her as a YouTuber, and she proceeded to bash me. But I was showing her enough respect not to name her and not to throw her under the bus. And I even said in my video, I don't know if Star Marie is telling the truth because she likes to embellish upon facts. I said that. I left that gate open for Tasha K to either not say nothing or to say, I ain't do that. But she ain't do that. She read me in my little pretty woman wig. That's what she did. And that's how a hit dog responds when they caught in their shit.
All right, let's take another caller. 214-9991. You're live on the air with at the Armon Wiggins show and Mona Symone. What's good?
Hey, Mona Symone. Hey, girl. This is Zach Walton from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I believe you, baby. I really do. And I just don't know why, because I remember Tasha K said yesterday that basically she doesn't have to be correct because she runs a gossip. You know, I remember that coming out her mouth yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember that. Okay, so but what I don't like is the slander. Don't say this girl got herpes and you don't know if this girl is telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? And even if it was the truth, that's still slander, baby. You don't.
Yeah,
that's still slander. That's not cool.
Definitely not.
So that's when I lost respect for Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? That's when I lost respect because I'm just like you portrayed yourself like you was telling us the truth when you went and you do your research when you give interviews. But now that you're called Tasha K, you want to go back. And you want to, I'm just a gossip I'm just a gossip channel. Well, you didn't say that before our stuff happened. You know?
Right.
And Mona Symone, I love you, Mona Symone. You represent us well.
I
love you, baby. I love you, baby, so much. Because gay people have been marginalized. We have been disrespected. I grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I grew up in the 90s where we was belittled. My grandma, she's a minister. She doesn't understand that I was born this way. I went through all kind of stuff when I was 14. Oh, that punk, that faggot, that's this, that's that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to stand up and say, Zach, you are gay.
Okay, hold on. This just in. From Tasha K. I told Star Marie to hold off on every interview until ours was done. My video was guaranteed to go viral because of Cardi B speaking out. I never told Star not to do an interview with anybody. Any comments there? I agree with that though. Mona Symone, if it was you, I would agree.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess Star was fine then.
Yeah, because Star specifically said, she said to hold off on your interview, and Star only had another interview with some guy in the UK. But, I mean, that's understandable, but even still, isn't that kind of shady? Like, I get that you're going viral and everything, but why are you trying to hold off on everybody else's interview?
Okay, can I be real with y'all for a minute?
And make sure your shit blow up.
I'm gonna be a real bitch with y'all real quick. I'm gonna be real, and I'm not shading Tasha K at all. And I've said this in all my videos. I'm gonna be real with you. Do I feel like that interview was biased as shit? Yes. Do I feel like Tasha K, in her heart of heart, deep down, don't believe a goddamn thing Star Marie said? Absolutely. Do I feel like Tasha K just wanted that interview and she wanted that? Yes. But from a business standpoint, do I believe that she entertained the fuck out of the people? Do I believe that she did her job as far as an entertainer and a blogger and a storyteller? Yes. So I think we have to stop looking so literal and look at the fact that, yes, maybe Tasha K bullshitted that whole interview, but it worked and it monetized and it helped you. It helped me. It helped a lot of us. There's a lot of businesses that do it. TMZ, The Breakfast Club, The Shade Room. If you don't think that there's biases there, if you don't think that they strategically post stuff or strategically choose interviews, you're crazy. Like, so to hold this lady to an ultimate standard of Tasha K didn't have this, Tasha K was wrong. Okay, she might have been. But can you understand what that lady did was fucking brilliant? She was able to get one of the biggest megastars in the world right now to respond to her, and it's been feeding content to all of our channels. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
from a logical and analytical thought process, really break that down. If you're a real brain, really put that in your brain and logically break that down. Stop thinking with emotion and think with about if it would have been anybody else to do that interview, if it would have been Mona Symone, if it would have been Armon Wiggins, that interview would not have done what it's done and provided as many videos as it has. Mona Symone, you would not have as many followers that you have.
If I had control on how I would have blown up or came about 5,000 subscribers, I would have definitely not wanted it to be because I was going back and forth in a vile and vicious disagreement with another black sister. I would have not wanted that. And Mona Symone a week ago was not business-minded YouTube Mona Symone. That was Facebook Mona Symone that got a whole life that just like getting online and talking smart shit with her Facebook friends. So me a week ago, this whole conversation about business escaped me because I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about another human being encroaching upon my time. But now that it's a business, looking at it from a business standpoint, I still feel like what she did was foul, because when you do your work and you, like I said, she could have got an exclusivity contract with her. She could have did all this stuff to make sure that she got the exclusive, not tell her to hold off on anybody else's video just because she got Cardi B or interviewed, just because she got Cardi B responded to her. To me, that is unethical and immoral. She could have did it legally. She got attorneys. She got this whole team, and they could have did it legally and put it on paper. You didn't have to go tell her pushing off other people's videos just to get your shit out. If your shit is so hot and your shit is so popping, your shit should pop regardless of whoever else's video is going out. Because to be honest, even if other people have videos out, Tasha K is still going to get her views. You know why? Because Tasha K is motherfucking Tasha K, and people come to her for a reason. So do your hard work, my sister, and don't push nobody else to the side. You just make sure you do the best that you can fucking do. And like I said, going forward in this, I can tell you that I will never do that to another YouTuber. I will never push you back. I will never push you down. I will never step on your toes. I will reach out to you and speak to you before I do something like that. That to me is just foul. It's unethical. It's immoral, and it's business. I'm working on my second business degree. Never in any fucking.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you there because, girl, you keep talking about this business degree.
Never said that it's okay to step on somebody else's toes. That's unethical. You don't do that. You do things legally from your side, and you make sure you have all of your ducks in a row. Okay, so what are you planning to use your business degree for? My MBA, it will just further me in what I'm doing now.
And what is that?
But I plan to go on to get a doctorate. I'm not saying, but I plan to go on to get a doctorate in industrial psychology. So my whole thing is business, sort of business psychology. and allowing corporations to understand the business, how to reach the consumer and how to reach them in an authentic way.
Right.
So what I'll be doing is helping businesses reach consumers, but hopefully my plan, as naive as I can be, is to go in and change the way that we approach the consumer and do it from more of an authentic approach and not a brain pre-programming approach. But we'll see how it goes.
Right. Now, with that being said, none of that is going, you don't need none of that for YouTube. You just need logic. You don't need none of that for YouTube. So all your businesses, we don't care about. Because at the end of the day, that's not even what's important right now.
Y'all keep asking me about it.
No. You keep bringing that into this conversation, and that's and see, it's further taken away from your credibility. Because if you're so passionate about your business, then you should not even be making videos about not having an interview.
My love, the logic. See, you keep missing off of great opportunities to understand me. A woman that is disinvested.
I'm sorry, it's maybe my software is messing up.
Shut up.
Shit.
Up. Listen, a woman disinvested in school. Armon, let me finish. A woman disinvested in school, do you really think that I was expecting to blow off of YouTube or social media? No, because my plan is elsewhere. I have planned to become a motivational speaker, maybe a CNN commentator, some shit like that, some brainiac shit. I never thought that it just wasn't. If you look at my 5-year goals and my 10-year goals, YouTube was not on the list. But a good thing that I'm flexible and I can roll with just about anything because I stay ready. So I'm going to make the most of it. But that was not in my career plan. And you're hearing me speak, and logically you should say, damn, if this girl investing all this time and all these degrees and she is passionate about her career, clearly she wasn't focusing on YouTube. So no, I wasn't.
Right, but what I'm saying is, first of all, let me big you up.
As other people.
Let me big you up by being a black queen that's educated. That's why I want to, first of all, big you up by that. Because I don't have any degrees, okay? And so for you to be as educated as you are, let me big you up by that. But it just is, all I'm trying to get you to understand is, with you doing all that work in your degrees, could I, how would you feel? How would you feel if me and you went to go apply for a job or start a business and you having all the degrees that you have and experience that you have, and I come up and I just get the job over you? You're going to feel away, or they want to give me an interview over you.
In my field, you probably wouldn't. But to be honest with you, see, I don't think you know me well enough, but here's how I would feel. I would be very proud of you. I would feel like you must have slayed that fucking interview. I don't believe that you need a degree to be intelligent in things. I'm only getting a degree because of what I want to do requires a degree. These degrees didn't make me. So I tell the brains all the time, to be a brain, you don't need not one damn degree.
But what you first said is, I probably wouldn't. So let's go with that. So what you first said is, I probably wouldn't. And that's what you meant. So let's go with what you meant. You first said, I probably wouldn't, which is probably true. So you have to take Tasha K or an Armon Wiggins. This is what we do. This is Tasha K's degree, period. And so for a person that keeps saying on this live and on her own lives, it's not that serious. It's almost a slap in the face for a person that takes this YouTube serious. For you to even have the audacity to have first priority on an interview. For you to have the audacity on first time slot of an interview, and you don't even take this business as serious.
It ain't my fault that when I reached out to the girl, she didn't have no more interviews planned. That's not my fault. So when I reached out to her, she had no interview set. Okay, and second, me saying that I wasn't taking it that serious for clout and views on YouTube should tell you that I did not plan to be in any competition with a Tasha K or anybody else. Mm-hmm. My shit was going on Facebook. That's where the simulation conversation was going to happen. And you have to understand that when you're speaking from a very biased position of a YouTuber. And I understand it and I respect it, but you have to at some point realize that I should also be considered as a human being. You telling me just because YouTubers have all these subscribers, her shit is more important than my little bit of time? What kind of shit that made?
Just like you told me, but just like you told me that you can almost guarantee I wouldn't get the job over you because I don't have the qualifications.
Right, because in order to do the job that I do, you need certain degrees, babe. You wouldn't even get the interview.
Right, and you didn't even get the interview because you need certain qualifications to do this job, and you wasn't ready for it. You didn't get the interview, love. You didn't get the interview.
Well, I don't have the video, but I did get the interview scheduled, and even after Tasha K said hold off on the interviews, she still interviewed with me. She still went on that.
But we can't talk about an interview with software and you can't prove, you don't have a screenshot, you don't have no audio. We can't talk about that because we don't know if that's even real. But let's take another caller.
Ask Star if she did an interview. Ask Star if she did an interview.
I don't believe Star. Star gonna lie to the Will. She lied to Tasha K. Okay?
Star's gonna lie in my favor. She's not gonna do that.
Okay. 678-6558. You're live on the air.
Are you listening to me now?
Yes.
Okay, why you hating so much?
Who?
Because you basically in pussy fashion right now, at this moment right now. I mean, Mama, why you ain't on the phone? Because this motherfucker was on your shop 2 hours ago fucking playing you to fucking be on this fucking show, and he's right now trying to put you down and putting trash in you. Everybody already see the video. Okay, man? Everybody see the Star video, okay? In this video, Cardi's best friends talking about Tasha. They try to find Tasha on Instagram. And what
Stupid.
Tasha ignored Cardi's real friends. And they have pictures, they have videos. What Star Marie have? She don't even have one fucking picture with Cardi B. What Tasha ignored the real friends of Cardi B when they try to find her on Instagram? Tell me about that shit. Because you basically looking for that shit.
Are you saying that?
I don't understand. Hold on. Let's finish it. I don't understand shit she's saying, but I'm assuming that she's on your side because she's on your side, but she don't speak no goddamn English, so neither one of us know what the fuck she's talking about.
I don't think she understands that she's on my side. I think she thinks that she's disagreeing with me.
No, she's on my side. No, she's on your side. She's actually disagreeing with me.
Is she?
Yeah, but we both don't know what the fuck she talking about. But let's let her keep on going.
If English is not her first language, let's try to be patient and let her say what she's trying to say.
This fucking Armon Wiggins was fucking begging you 2 hours ago in your fucking chat. And now he's talking shit over here live. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're gone.
Oh, yes, he don't like you very much, Armon.
Well.
Babe, it's okay. I mean, he just asked me if I would come on and do an interview with him, and I agreed. Because he had said some very not so nice things about me, so I at least felt like we could have this closure by coming on live. I haven't felt offended by anything he said. He's totally entitled to believe what he believes. I still believe that both sides should be considered. And I think that for the most part, you know, people are going to want to believe what they believe, but I don't think that I'm being considered much. And yes, I may be speaking from more of an emotional standpoint than a business standpoint because I was not in YouTube for business. I'm just a human being. So, you know.
I'm going to say I love you too, Cardi B / Jocelyn Hernandez. Thank you.
Stupid.
Oh.
So wrong for that.
Stupid.
My wife happens to be right here, and my girlfriend is not here.
So you have a wife and a girlfriend?
Did I just say that? Yeah.
I heard that, bitch. Get your life. You sound like
Armon, you just got an exclusive out of me. Damn.
All right. Listen, here's the thing. I like you. Just like I like Tasha K. But I think Tasha K is biased as shit, and I think that she know that bitch was lying. And I think that you lying about that damn interview, and I think that you want to be a YouTuber too. But I like both of y'all. I fuck with you too.
I'm a YouTuber now, I guess.
And yeah, because I think you bullshitting the fuck out of these motherfuckers.
It wasn't in my plan. It really wasn't in my plan. And like I said, the way it blew up, like I really wish it wouldn't have happened this way. Like it got both of us looking bad. like two black sisters, and here I am speaking about female empowerment and black woman empowerment, and I got to get at my sister like this. That ain't a good look. So I wish it when it came about like this, like I wish I could have blew off of something else, but people seem to like drama more than they like intelligent shit, you know? So it is what it is.
Okay, let's
But
take
I'm here now.
the lines
Thanks,
are.
Oscar.
You are here now. Okay, 929-4556. You're live on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, great. My name, I'm not going to say my name. I just wanted to address Mona for a quick moment. I was on her channel, and I listened to the interview that she had with Star. She kept interrupting her so much during that preliminary interview. It was ridiculous. I even posted on her page about, you know, stay consistent, Ma. You know, I think she's beautiful. I think she's intelligent. I think she's amazing. But she's milking the shit out of this story, and kudos to her for, you know, taking it all in. But to sit and, let's use her word, embellish on utilizing Star lying tactics and making it her own is just corny. It really is.
What do you mean?
Wait, say that again. So wait, say that again. Rewind that.
You're a liar.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
say that
tell you
again and
two
then
things.
elaborate on that.
Ooh.
Okay, I won't interrupt. What did you say, Ma?
No, we want to go back to you said
Say
she
that again,
embellishing.
what you just said,
Yeah.
And then elaborate
Yeah,
on
what is she embellishing on? Several things. But we're only going to talk about two main points.
Ooh.
I don't have 100 degrees, but I do have 4 businesses.
You don't need
and
it.
I don't, because I'm quite successful. And I don't have to
I believe you.
embellish
Kudos to you.
on how intelligent I am all the time. But what I do know is this. You had an interview with Star Marie, and you cut her off the entire interview. For someone with so many degrees, rule number 1 in journalism, don't cut people off, let them speak. You heard her say, Tasha K told me, and Tasha K just chimed in, excuse me, and said exactly what Star Marie said when you interviewed her. She said, hey, let me finish. She said, hey, Tasha say hold off on all. Keyword all. I'm a words person, a verbiage person. One word can change the definition of an entire sentence. You're a brain. You should know that.
Ooh.
She said all.
First of all, you are correct because on the call, even though Tasha just told
Look at your own
that
live,
all on the
it's
call,
your
that's
video.
not what was told.
You can do whatever you want to it. It's your video. I just looked
I ain't
at
do
it.
nothing to
Well, okay, she said
She
all.
says that Tasha K says to hold off on your interview.
No, she
And
said
then
that
she
first,
said
and then
it wasn't
and then you
that I
said,
had
she
an
said,
interview with.
hold on, you got emotional. She said, you said, oh,
And I can get emotional.
She told you to hold on.
What am I, plastic? Are you not even?
Hold on, I'm going to have to mute everybody. Hold on, I'm going to have to mute everybody. Hold on, I'm going to have to mute everybody. Listen, only one person can talk at a time. Okay. Caller.
The question, though.
Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I thought I was being asked the question.
Yes, I have her on mute. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to let you talk. I have her on mute. And then I'm going to unmute her, and then I'm going to mute you. Okay. Go ahead.
Just give me 30 seconds, and I'll just finish.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of embellishing going on. But I love the fact that she's taking this whole thing and flipping it and making it her own, because she now has even a bigger following, and I love it. I think she's amazing. But people are not as stupid as she thinks we are, especially with, you know, her having 5 more degrees than I have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And me too.
So my thing is this. If she's so about black empowerment and the sisterhood, why is she tearing every black woman that comes in the path down? Ding, ding.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Not to cut you off.
I'm going to let her go.
No, I'm not even to let her go. I got to, because I see a lot of people in the comments going in. I want you to keep going. But I got to shout out to my subscribers that are donating. Shout out to Jay Prince. There was another guy who donated. I didn't get to say shout out to you because I was in the interview, but shout out to the motherfucking donations. Shout out to Jay Prince.
Shout out.
Thank you guys. It all goes back into the channel. I want to give you that second. Yes. And I like the way you think too. I hope you're subscribing because there's a lot of people talking shit. But I want to shout out to the people that have donated to my channel.
Child, please. I'm a lurker, and that you learn a lot when you observe. You know that?
And you know, I'm very sharp and I'm very witty and I'm very clever. And my software is still working.
Very.
So while it's still working, let me get her on the line.
And guess what, Armon? You don't have one degree.
I'd like for her to tell me what black women that I tore down unprovoked. What black woman did I...
Star Marie. Let's talk about
How
that.
did I tear her down?
If you like her, okay.
How did I tear her down?
Finish asking the question.
How did I tear
you
her
didn't
down
speak the
aside
truth.
from speaking the truth? What truth didn't I speak? Where did I lie?
If you wasn't so busy interrupting her during your so-called professional interview, you would have heard exactly what she said. Like that wasn't a professional and it changes. It changed the whole definition and the narrative of what you're standing on Armon's platform saying.
Hold on, see, I have to mute the goddamn callers. All right, y'all gonna keep talking over each other. I'm gonna drop bombs. This is not going to go down like this tonight. But thank you for the donation. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop some motherfucking bombs. Okay, listen. Mona, you gonna talk and I'll let her talk. Okay, go ahead, Mona.
Okay, so shout out to the caller for her very salty commentary. She's disillusioned. She has a few things wrong. First of all, the phone call that I uploaded, that I called a pre-interview, that I put in brackets, phone conversation. The reason why you hear an overlap is not only because we were having a hard time hearing each other, and I even said that, like the phone is breaking up, but also because it was a phone conversation. It was never meant to be used as an interview. Okay, and second of all, I have not torn down one black woman. Except for Tasha Kidd, who want to say, and that was in response to her after she went on her YouTube tour, tearing me down. I have not torn Star Marie down. In fact, I spoke highly of her aside from her lives because I feel like she has a lot to give. It's just that she made a human mistake in lying about this incident, and it blew up. But overall, I think she is a good person, and I've maintained that. I just feel like she made a mistake. I didn't tear her down. I told the truth. And if you want to know the truth about matters, I let me and Star Marie just talked yesterday. She knew that I was going to put that phone call up. I let her know I'm a very...
Wait a minute, Mona. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are you just letting us know that you and Star Marie just talked yesterday? So what happened with that?
You ain't asked.
Oh, girl.
Well, it was several things going on in the media that we reached out to each other about. She reached out and told me about the receipts, and she asked me if I would watch Fuckery Friday, and I told her I'd try to catch it, but if not, I'd watch it afterwards. We talked. I was on live talking about the situation between me and her, and she was texting me while I was on live, giving me information I guess she didn't want to text it in the live. So she was watching the live but texting my phone. I think the next conversation we had, she congratulated me on my subscribers. And I was just like, you know.
Shout out to motherfucking Beverly Brooks! Because her ass is lying right now. And she my girl, but she bullshitting. Shout out to you, Beverly Brooks. You fucking lying right now, Mona. I'm not fucking with you right now, bitch.
I'm lying?
You talking about, she said, my subscribers and, fuck that bitch, Star Marie, but go ahead, bitch. You're
I said,
No, girl, I'll just give you a hard time.
Now I gotta put out what are you trying to get me to do? Now I gotta put out the text message screenshot?
Yes, I'm here.
90 seconds.
Yes, I'm here.
I speak fast and I got real receipts.
Okay, send them to me. I can post them right now. You got an iPhone, and so do I. Okay, 929 customer. I mean, caller. Do you have something to say?
Yes. Okay. So if I'm allowed to respond, I won't say anything until she says that I'm allowed to respond, and then
60 seconds. To be honest with you, I'm over you, kinda. Like, I really don't want to hear anything else that you have to say, and I'm not even trying to be funny.
Okay, well, caller, because she is the guest tonight, I have to let you go. She doesn't want to talk anymore, but it's not personal.
Au revoir.
Bye, babe. Just because she is the guest, if she doesn't want to talk, I have to let the callers go. Okay, listen. I have the receipts. If you want to see the receipts, let me see what to say first. I don't need cloud. I'm already a private partner in a few different designs. Trust me, I'm okay. What was the date on this? Oh, Sunday.
You see it says Sunday.
Just so you know, they're looking for you. Be careful. That's all. Who is this in the green? Who's looking for who?
That's me in the green, and someone had posted to my YouTube, "Is Star Marie in this city?" And it was her actual location. So I sent it to her, a screenshot, and I told her to be careful.
So who are you talking about? These text messages say, just to let you know, I'm looking for, you know what? I'm gonna hold on, because this is not telling me nothing.
I told you what I'm talking about YouTube, about people on YouTube that were trying to find out this woman's location. And I don't wish that any harm would come to her behind all of this. So when I saw that, I was worried for her, and I let her know. I sent her the screenshot and let her know that people were finding out her location.
But that says, but see, that's not all the way accurate, because it says, because you said, I don't know them folks. You deleted something. Because it says, I don't know them folks, girl. Just showed you so you can be safe. What did you show her?
Look, I'm going to show you what I showed her. She said, let them, but I'm going to have to block out the location, okay?
Okay.
But she says, let them come and let them know they better not miss. I said, girl, I don't know them folks. I just showed you so you can be safe. And that's what I was telling her.
And you said, she said, I know them too. Trust me. No, you said this. I know them too. Trust me when I tell you, I know her ass too well. What's going on? What's going on here? What's going on? Girl, let's get the receipts. Because now you're not finna play me.
Now I just got to block out her location.
Okay, that's cool. While you do that, I'm gonna get this pulled out. Yeah, I'm gonna get this going. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulled out. And so these bloggers, these other YouTubers can take my shit and act like they didn't see this video, and they can go try to redo what I did, because I caught that too. But anyway, let me pull this.
So it's not like Star Marie and I ended on any bad terms. Like, I think that we're okay. I think she respects my moves. I respect hers for what it is, and that's just what it is. So, see, I don't know. You see, I didn't respond because, honestly, I think that Star Marie, something that I should have caught on early on, I think that she does suffer from a mental illness. So I think that it was unnerving her. I don't know what she was referring about, saying I know them too. I said, I'm the one in green. I said, I don't know them folks. I just showed you so you can be safe. I said, I don't know them folks, girl. I just showed you so you can be safe. And that's the screenshot that I just sent to you, Armon, from YouTube that I sent to her. Yeah, and she goes, I know them too. Trust me when I tell you, I know her ass too, all too well. I assume that she's talking about Cardi B, because we spoke about the fact that she was afraid because of Cardi B's gang activity that she might send folks for her, like she believes she sent folks after those girls in the strip club. So I think that's who she may have been referring to, but I never responded.
Hold on, let me do something. I'm trying to get the tea. I'm trying to get the tea right now. I'm trying to get the tea right now for the people. I'm getting the tea out. I'm getting the tea out. I'm getting the tea out. I'm getting the tea out.
And the reason why I'm sharing you these text messages, because she did tell me I asked her in a previous text if it was okay to share the text messages, and she said, do whatever I need. I said, I don't need to, but I just want to make sure it's okay with you. And she was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Like, and that's when, and I didn't even share them because I felt like she was using me to keep the controversy going. Like, I realized I was still a pawn in this shit because she knows how much I hate bullies, and she was posting on her page, stop being bullied or not being bullied. And I hit her up like, am I bullying you? Because I'm on Facebook. I ain't even putting shit to Instagram. So you got to come find me to be bullied. Like, I'm not bullying you, girl.
Right.
You know, so I believe she's a lot smarter than what we realized. And she's duping all of us in this shit. And this is hindsight thinking that just I wish I would have caught on a bit sooner, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. I need all of you guys right now under the sound of my voice to subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you, Mona, for being on here. We have some more calls. I'm going to drop some bills if you're up to it. Like, since you are my guest, you do run the show. So if you don't want to take any more calls, we don't have to. If you want to take more, we can. How do you feel? You are the guest.
We can take a couple more, but we missed a comment. I just got a screenshot from one of my brains. We missed a question by a statement by Tasha K. Tasha said, but do you have a business? I don't have a business degree, but I have 3 businesses and employees. Yes, my dear, I do have a business. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was shade to Tasha K. Wow.
It wasn't shade. It's responding to her question.
Okay. Okay.
She said she hates when folks think their degree is better than all. That ain't even me, boo. I don't think having degrees make anybody better than anybody else. Like I said, my father is one of the smartest men I know, and he never stepped foot in a college. It doesn't take a degree to become a critical thinker. Going to school and passing and getting these degrees are all about being able to remember well, write a paper, and be able to regurgitate the same shit that they done taught you. So I don't think that makes me better than anybody else. And in fact, I think I was the shit before I even got the first degree. Mm-hmm. So I think very highly of critical thinkers that don't have a degree. There's a lot of ways we can learn. We can learn through life experience. We can learn by self-study. We can learn by reading. So don't try to paint that narrative as if I'm some brainiac snob that looks down on people without degrees. I don't, my dear. And if I didn't need a degree for what I wanted to do, I wouldn't be wasting my money on this tuition, believe you me.
All right. Let's take another motherfucking call on that note. Okay. Let's see. 615-9113. You're live on the air.
Armon, you know I love you and I love the fact that you speak the truth, honey.
Thank you, baby.
I had to call because, Mona, when I was listening to you in your video, you mentioned your father and that your father was Freddie. And we, the viewers, is like, who is that and what should that mean to us? I would like to know.
Thank you for the question. So, of course, my father is like God to me and means more to me than he would probably mean to anybody else. But the reason why I got the hashtag Freddie's daughter is because my father is very well known and quite popular in the city where we're from, which is Tampa, Florida. And growing up, whenever I would be out in the streets or walking around, people would be like, hey, ain't you Freddie's daughter? And before I could get back home, they've been to call my daddy to tell him where they saw me. So constantly throughout my life, no matter where I was in the city, people would see me and be like, ain't you Freddie's daughter? And I don't think a lot of them even knew my name. So naturally for me, as I began to create hashtags to tell people who I am, I'm Freddie's daughter. And the only thing that I want you to know from that is my daddy is a real-ass nigga from down home. And I just want you to know that I'm as real as my daddy made me. I am who I am because of my father. My father who has no degrees, but he taught me how to go after what I wanted. My father spoke empowerment in me. I am who I am because of my father. He spoke black knowledge. He spoke black empowerment. He spoke all these things. So me saying that I'm Freddie's daughter is a way of me paying homage to my black father who was in my life from birth.
Wow.
So that's all you need to know is I am who I am because of Freddie. And to me, he's that dude.
All right.
Thank you for asking, though, because I love the brand.
All right, hold on. Choco 78. All right. Thank you for the motherfucking $5 in Euro. Now the question is, they donated, so I have to ask the question. Money talks and bullshit walks, Mona. So this is not me personally, but they donated to my channel, so I have to ask you. They said, can conscious Mona address her nappy-headed comment, please? So did you make a nappy-headed comment of some sort?
I don't remember. Did I?
I don't know. That's what they paid to ask. Can conscious Mona address her nappy-headed comment, please?
Are they calling me nappy-headed?
Well, bitch, I mean, girl, I don't know if they calling you nappy-headed.
Can Tasha address her nappy-headed? Did Tasha call me nappy-headed?
No, can conscious Mona address her nappy-headed comment, please?
Okay, I don't know what nappy-headed comment they talking about, but I don't.
Did Tasha call you nappy-headed? Maybe that's what she wants you to address. Did Tasha call you nappy-headed?
What a question. Did they say can Tasha or conscious Mona?
Conscious Mona.
Yeah, so I'm not a part of any conscious community. I don't do that. But I don't know what nappy-headed comment they talking about. So you got to tell me. They said,
okay. I can't. I don't know either. So I have to. She should have wrote that better. Okay. Let's take a 262-4924. You're live on the air.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Just up watching this live. Pretty much.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say that basically this has pretty much ran its course. I get that we are all trying to figure out like where it started from. Pretty much it started from Tasha K, and this whole Cardi B thing, and it was all good. But then Star came into it. And it was either one side believing Star or one side not believing Star. And there was this blogger recording on it and this blogger recording on it. Now, my thing is, with Mona, it's like, I understand, okay? Like, if you get to someone first and you're like, hey, bitch, we got this set on this day, we're going to do this, okay. And then if another chick comes along and tells your interview, the person that you're interviewing, like, hey, don't talk to anybody else, yeah, it's kind of stopping your bag. Yeah, it's kind of saying in a way, screw everybody else, I'm more important. So, yeah, you should feel some type of way. But this has been just dragging on too long. Let's be real. Like, I mean, y'all are, like, I'm 28, and y'all are all older than me. I don't know if Armon's older than me because I'm not sure about that. But he could be young too. So, like, you guys are older than me, and you two are black women. And I don't think that it should really get to the point where you guys are belittling yourself and battling like this over Cardi B. That's what I'm saying. Like, this all started over Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef. Then it became Tasha K versus Cardi B. Then it became Star Marie, Tasha K versus Cardi B. Now it's everybody against Tasha K. And it's kind of like, why? Like it was just an interview that could have went up and went over our heads easy peasy. I mean, it's not something like, I know you wanted to say, like, at the end of the day, Mona, like, this chick stopped, something that, like, I had my hands on first, and who wouldn't be mad at that? We have all dealt with that. We have all dealt with someone taking something from us or being the first one to get something. We have all been that person that sat in the corner, pissed the fuck off. And we all have a right to say, like, okay, like, you stopped me from doing that. Not like you was coming at Tasha in any type of way, but you were just bringing your own shit. Like, hey, like, while y'all are all here praising this girl, I was the first one to get it. And, yeah, it doesn't really matter in the end because Star Marie is obviously lying and playing both of y'all for a fool, I feel like, because it's like 1 minute she's telling you, Mona, oh, hey, Tasha's doing this, and next minute she's going to Tasha and telling her bullshit about Cardi B that pretty much barely comes with receipts. And I think Tasha K thinks this girl is lying too, but she rode way too hard for this chick for me to say that Tasha K believes that this chick is lying. She just rode way too hard for her. You know what I mean? Like, nobody else really rode for Star like that except for Tasha K. And if Tasha K didn't believe in her that fucking bad, then why chase after Star Marie's so fucking bad. But
right.
yeah, I mean, it could be because it was trending and everything. It could be totally because that's what YouTubers do. That's what you do. That's what entertainment is. Totally fucking get that. But Tasha did come at Mona pretty crazy on a live stream. I did catch that. She deleted it though. I did catch that. Now she was upset during all of this stuff with everybody coming at her, but Tasha K came back too. Like she blames Cardi B for coming at Nicki Minaj, right? The way she did at the New York Fashion Show, I think it was, New York Fashion Week. And then Tasha K turns around and she becomes the bear that's poked. And then she becomes the person that's belittling people. And then when Mona wants to come out and say, well, hey, you stopped my bag while you're talking about other people stopping your bag, then everybody wants to jump on Mona and say, oh, well, if you're not a real blogger, if you're not a real YouTuber, then get the fuck out of here. That's not the point that Mona's trying to bring to the table. Mona's trying to bring to the table is, I had it first. This chick right here basically told my person that I was going to interview not to interview me. Star Marie listened like a dumb broad and decided to be just as disloyal in the whole thing. And then everybody turned disloyal.
All right. Thank you, Carla. Go ahead, Mona. What do you want to say?
Yeah, Star wasn't disloyal. In fact, he did do the interview. You'll hear at the end of that call, it ended with me saying, give me like 15 minutes, I'm going to get upstairs and set everything up. We did do the interview that day, so she was not disloyal. She kept her word to me, and she did interview with me. She just didn't let me download that video. And I agree. The main thing that I can agree with you with and everything that you said, because I think I wouldn't necessarily agree with some of the reasons or motivations, but respectfully, I agree that this has gone on a bit longer than it should, and I think that right now we're in the process of closure. There were unanswered questions, and I believe that, you guys want to know the answers. That's why you're still watching and listening. So respectfully, when Armon asked me to come on his show, of course I said yes so that we can find closure. In fact, my live video today was entitled Closure because I wanted to answer any questions that anybody had. So the next time that I come on, I can present Mona Symone, who I am and what I like to talk about, and move on. So I agree with you. It has gone on, but this is us getting closure right now. So it's ending.
Okay, so here's the nappy-headed comment. Nappy-head comment aimed at Tasha K. Received. Dear Tasha K, a.k.a. Sonic video posted by Mona on 22nd of September. Timestamp 42 minutes and 29 seconds. Please comment. So you said, Dear Tasha K. Okay, you go ahead and find that timestamp, or when you said to her, Dear nappy-headed Tasha K. 42 seconds and 29 cents. Did you say, Dear nappy-headed Tasha K?
Okay, hold on.
Thank you for the donation.
Wait, I'm listening. Give me just a second. You said 42 what?
42, hold on, let me read the question. 42.29.
I'm at 42.06. Okay, I'm at 42.06. Hang on just a second.
Jay, you just gonna keep dropping me some money. Okay, I see that. Shout out to Jay Prince again for the $2 on top of the $2. I like that. I like that. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. Hey, boy. Hey, what's going on?
Okay.
I like that.
We are recording live from a secret location.
I just missed it.
Okay, girl. Let's go. But listen, tonight it's been a night. We still have some callers. I told you, you block callers, you guys are going to probably get to last. I mean, there's some block callers that hang up because they've been in the queue for an hour. And it's like, girl, no. Let me see. They keep trying to call. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I called her a nappy-headed negress.
Yeah, so what is that with the nappy-headed comment?
I was referring to how quick she forgets where she came from. and all this comment about this white man backed her up and how she got all this and how she trying to throw me under the bus by insinuating that I was on food stamps. Yeah, I call her nappy-headed Negro. I did. I mean, I don't know what I need to explain. I mean, I could pull a Cardi B and say, I'm nappy too. I said what I said. That's what I felt at the moment. And you can cancel me because of that. But you know what's so funny is that people are so judgmental against other people, and you'll sit and watch me and be like, oh, I hate what you said. But you bitches will say the same motherfucking thing out here in these streets. And that was the whole pretense of our whole conversation starting about Nicki Minaj, with people judging her so much about XYZ and how she moves. But I'm like, if you were in a position, you'd probably do a lot of the same things. So yes, I called her a nappy-headed Negro, and I don't take it back because I don't take shit back, and I can't apologize for it. I said what I felt towards her at the time. I said what I meant. And if you don't like it, then there's going to be a lot of shit that you don't like what I say, so you might as well go ahead and unsubscribe now.
Ooh. Now that was shade. Ooh. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're going to get my good friend on the line. Let me take some of these private callers. They keep getting here. All right, private caller number 1, you're live on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Private caller, yes.
Yes.
Oh, hi. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Hi.
Hi, Mona, I just had a question. So you said that you didn't take the story personal, but you were annoyed by the situation. So basically, I just have a question, like, why would you get mad at Star for giving her story to someone who's clearly about the business part of the story instead of being personal? I mean, based off the conversation that you posted in the video, it's very clear that she was looking for a business and a bigger brand to go off of. So I'm just confused on why you got mad that someone who was about the business took the story, and you're just personal, which is, I mean, like, you can just hit her up.
I don't know why you're confused, dear heart, because I've answered that question a couple of times already. I have. I've explained why I was so annoyed. I did. I don't know how to explain it any other way, dear heart. I'm not even trying to but I've answered that question.
Like, why did you take it so to heart, like, for the reason why she took it? Like, if you're doing it for a personal aspect, then let it be personal. So you're not doing it for business. Let the person who has the bigger brand do it. That's why I just don't understand. I'm just trying to understand your pain. I'm not even coming at you.
It wasn't about that.
I don't want to argue
that you're caught. And I'm not trying to argue with you, but listen, because it's other people that want to ask real questions that are not have me repeating myself. But I understand that you're looking at it from a certain aspect, okay? I get that. But if you could, for a second, just try to answer your own question. Why was Mona upset when she's not in the business? Can you answer that for me? Why I was upset?
Gossip about Cardi B. It does not make sense. So okay, you can.
Why was I upset? Let me be more specific, then, dear. Why was I upset that Tasha K allegedly told Star Marie to push back the interview with me? Why was I upset?
Oh, she hung up. She's done. She hung up.
Okay, yeah. So that So I'll re-answer the question so no one else asks it. On a personal level, because I was not part of the YouTube business, I was not technically a YouTuber, I was upset because she was encroaching upon my time. It could have been Tasha K, it would have been anybody. What you don't do is fuck with Mona Simone's time. When you start pushing my time back and I got to move shit around, especially during midterms week, I'm bothered. I'm annoyed. And I was bothered and I was annoyed that it was even brought up. And then what further pissed me off was after the interview and Star was caught in her contradictions, she tried to play me off with some bullshit-ass lies talking about she had homework and was cleaning up and all this shit when she knew she was caught in her shit. And I was upset at several things. I was upset at being played for a fool. Then I was upset that she was trying to lie to me. Like, it was several things going on. But initially, the thing with Tasha K, I was only upset at the fact that someone was not considering my time, because them in their high and mighty place, they felt like the little people don't matter. My time don't matter. It's all about her getting her thing done and this and that. And maybe that's
okay. Hold on. Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. For one, if it doesn't matter about the subscribers and the views, what does this narrative of the little people keep me? You always keep saying the little. It's when I think that we're going in the right direction, you always bring me back to me thinking that you are really a blogger at heart. Why do you care about being the little guy?
When I'm blogging more, I'm a writer, dear. I'm a writer. I write screenplays. I've written screenplays. I've been involved in the film industry. I've participated in contests, screenwriting contests, where I've won different places and mentioned. So I always keep some type of diary, journal or blog or whatever. I like to write.
Okay, I have another question. This is a paid question. This is a paid question, okay? This is a paid question, so I have to read it. Did Star not let you download the software, or was the software not working?
That's what the tech support told me, is that the setting on her end prevented me from downloading the video.
Okay.
That's what they told me.
Okay. Let's move on. All right. Area code 951-2287. You're live on the air. All right. You chewing in my goddamn ear.
I go from intelligent to ignorant.
All right. 214-9991. You live on the air.
Armon?
Yes.
All right, I want to apologize. I don't want the audience to think that I was just so passionate, and everything. But this is Zach One from Dallas, Texas. The only issue I have with Tasha K, because I like Tasha K. I love Mother Symone. The only issue I have with her is.
Well, what about me? Nobody loves me. You don't love me?
Yeah, of course I love. We love you, Armon.
Okay,
we love
just
you.
making sure.
But I'm sorry. The only thing
I'm in it. I want the views. Shit.
The only issue I have with Tasha K, and I apologize if I seemed too passionate the last time, is that I think when we start letting people just when we say, okay, she has herpes, that's propaganda and slander. That's the only big thing I have with Tasha K. Because when you start saying that, oh, she has herpes, this and that's like propaganda. Especially what if it's not true?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep you guys, because you guys are my last callers. I got one more caller. Wiley.
Okay.
What did you like to say? Now, you got to make it hot. You're the last caller.
I would like to say, I think we are attacking Mona, and we're not really listening to what she's saying. She is an educated woman. She came into she's in the point of view, this is a business, like a wall, like a corporation. She's looking at it as a media perspective. But what she has to realize, and what you're trying to tell her mind, is this is blogging. And Mona, this is blogging. People are not going to sign contracts. Half of us don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So I do respect how you're explaining it, but to the blogging community, just to be honest, they don't care. They only care who got the story. But what made you a blogger, what made you get the respect from us, is that you responded to Tasha K. You responded. And I give you kudos for that. And a lot of folks don't. A lot of folks do it, but in your case it's different because then you have reasoning. You got these degrees. You got a Facebook group. If people just research what you're saying, they will know that you're not lying. I researched you. And I said, this is right.
Hold on, Wiley. Hold on. Now, what we're not going to do, bitch, is you're not going to get on here and try to suck a farts out of any person's ass that's on the show that night. Because
No.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because he has a tendency of that shit. All of it, no. He was just on Tasha K's side yesterday fucking day.
But that became, I did the, let me be honest with you, Ahmad. See, this is why
Yeah, be honest. Like, don't try to, and admit, you're in it for the clout.
Hold on, let me tell you this. I started to research what Mona was saying. We have to give her credit. We have to research what she's saying. If she said, I have this Facebook group, if she said, you have to research it. That's all I'm saying. Now, I did not research. Let me be honest with you, Mona. I did not research you at all. How I looked at it, I was just like, okay, damn. It just looked like she ain't no real blogger. Just judge you on your YouTube and judge you on your Instagram. It looked like you didn't do anything with blogging. It looked like you was just this random lady that took a couple of pictures, made a couple of little videos. But I didn't really get into that. I didn't start judging you, really investigating you until you went live and you did the Q&A. I said, you know what? Let me give this lady a chance. Let me do some investigation. And I saw your group. But one thing I want you to realize that in this blogging world, they're not going to be worried about these degrees. It don't really matter anymore. What matters is who gets the scoop first. That's all that counts. And that's what you have to realize.
Like, I don't do celebrity gossip. My following are usually like free thinkers, even some conscious folk, agnostic, atheist people. These people are going to want to know why I have the authority to speak on certain matters. They are going to want to know that I have degrees in religion if I'm speaking stuff like I'm a scholar. We've had those discussions on Facebook. We don't hesitate to ask people, well, what gives you the right to speak on this? Or why do you have authority? And we run down our list of X, Y, Z and resume. So I understand that from a celebrity gossip arena, and I adore you guys. I just don't think I'll be falling in your arena. Like, I'll be falling in the arena like with the Bill Nye and the black non-believers and those type of people and the weirdo groups and the people like...
So
like
why do a Star Marie interview?
I appreciate all of this. I don't think this will be my home because I don't think that most of these people will take to me and the things that I have to say. So
But one thing that you said in your Q&A video, you said, I just want to make it clear because I think people are missing what you said about this. You said you wanted to interview her, host it in your group, so the ladies and the people that follow you in the group y'all can have a conversation about it. Would that be accurate? That's what you're kind of saying, that's what the interview was going to be at.
That's where the interview was originally going to be posted, and I did say, of course, I would have eventually uploaded it to YouTube like I upload all my lives.
Right. So I get, but most people, see, again, YouTube and Facebook is two different worlds. See, in the YouTube world, they're not going to believe you. Now, Ahmad, let's be clear. Let's just be honest here. You came from Facebook. So a lot of people on YouTube talking about, who is this Armon Wiggins? He clout chasing. But if you Google Armon Wiggins, if you follow Armon Wiggins, he's been blogging. He hasn't been on YouTube, but he's been blogging on Facebook. You understand what I'm saying? See, if we're going to say something, this again, a lot of us, we don't do our research in its entirety. That's what it is. If you sound convincing, a lot of folks don't do their research. But if you research, you will find out that, okay, here we go. This is
but what I'm also, hold on, let me tell you this, though. But what I'm also not going to do in that same argument, same breath, is tell you a bunch of things that I have or a bunch of things that I'm doing that don't pertain to what we're talking about. You don't need to know that I drive a brand new 2018 car. You don't need to know that I live off the fucking water. And bitch, you don't need to know that I make X amount of dollars a year. You don't need to know I do all that with no fucking degree. All you need to know is, bitch, I came from the basement and I've been doing YouTube so I don't never have to chase a bitch for clout. And I care about the likes and the views. What's frustrating, I think, to the people is Mona Symone is not admitting that she wants to be an internet influencer. She does a Facebook Live. She does a YouTube Live. She is a fucking personality.
My goal was to possibly become the president of the United States, but I don't think that's going to happen. Now, I am a writer. I've been a writer since I was 12. I wrote my first novel at 12 years old. So for me to write online is nothing. That's like second nature to me. So, yes, you will find my writings all over the place. I've written poems and books. In fact, when I started out, I started out writing poetry on Black Planet and sharing my writing. So can you look at me and say that because I write, I want to be a social media influencer? I've also been in film. I've been on shows. Do I want to be an actress now? Like, I just kind of dabble in a lot of shit. I got a lot of friends that do a lot of shit, and sometimes they ask me to be involved. No, I didn't think that I'd become a social media influencer. I didn't think that. Now, that's why I'm going hard on my degree path. And that wasn't even my plan. I never said to myself, I want to be a social media influencer. The closest thing that I got to entertainment and the fact that I was shopping was I wanted to do a show about critical thinking. And I wanted to do that on actual television, like a Black female Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Right.
So that would be the closest thing to entertainment that I've ever wanted to do. A month ago, 2 months ago, I never said to myself, oh, I can't wait till I blow up on YouTube. No, why would I be sitting wait until I blow up on YouTube? If I could possibly put together a format and film a pilot and introduce it to Netflix like I understand a person thinking when all they see is YouTube and YouTube is life, and these people that are commenting, they only understand YouTube and YouTube is life to them, but you don't understand my path and where I want it to go and the way that I see life.
I understand that, but the way that you saying that is kind of like, like you're above YouTube. But sis, you've been using YouTube every day, all day since this story broke. You've been using YouTube all day.
I'm not saying that I'm against YouTube. What I'm saying is YouTube was never in my plan. There are a lot of things that are not in my plan. That doesn't mean that I'm above it. It just means that I know different routes that I can take to do what I really want to do in life. Mm-hmm. I mean, Armon, tell me this. Is YouTube your end goal?
I don't mind. It can be. Absolutely. Yes. It can be. I'm good with it being my end goal.
All you want out of life. All you want out of life is this YouTube channel.
I don't mind it. If I could change people's lives and give people...
Armon,
hello? Yes.
Do you have other goals in life? Okay, thank you. So the point that I'm making is that we all have goals. And some of our goals I'm not on YouTube influencers. I'm not sitting on YouTube at all. Now, look, I'm a part of the YouTube community. It just wasn't in my plans. I saw a different route to get to where I wanted to go in life, and it didn't include vlogging per se. But in the meantime, I still kept my brain community close on Facebook, and I spoke to them frequently because I have that thirst for that intellectual conversation and content.
But I want to tell you this. I want to make something very clear. People are making I don't care to be a celebrity. I just want to live comfortable in what I like to do. And if YouTube provides that, I will do YouTube for the rest of my life. I for damn sure will. I enjoy this. Like for me, if you came, I moved into a different location just so I can build a YouTube studio in my house. So yes, this is what I do. I love this shit. I give a fuck about the subscribers. I give a fuck about the exclusive and the views. I care. I want the views. I want the play button. I want the 1 million subscribers. I want the diamond play button. I give a fuck about it.
And that's all why. Because at the end of the day, you want the check, right?
No, it's because it's not about the check. It's because I love, if I could do anything and earn a living and do what I love, I don't like to work a 9 to 5. I like to be creative. I like to have a dialogue. I like to talk. I like to meet interesting people.
Would you care about the views if you weren't getting paid?
Listen, I'm not getting paid that much. I've been vlogging. I've been doing this. I've been doing this for free. Right. For years.
But you said now that you care about the views, you do want the views. Would you care about them, or did you care about them as much when you weren't being paid?
No, because I loved it. I still wanted people to watch, but I loved it. But who would? And the thing is this. Let's talk about what the money does. Let's talk about what the money does. The money only allows me to do it more. I don't care about the money like I want to get paid. I care about the money because it frees me up from working 9 hours a day
I'm not
to
judging
create.
you for that, Dave. I'm not judging you for that.
Does that make sense?
Care wholeheartedly about the money. I'm not. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I'm not judging you for that. But what I'm trying to highlight, what I'm trying to get you to understand, is that we have different passions in life.
I
And so
understand
when we
that.
have different passions in life, we have different steps to get to those passions. And my passion, like I said, was hopefully become the president of the United States one day. Get in on this commentary, CNN commentary. You know what I'm saying? Create my own Brainiac television so I can teach the kids about critical thinking. And to get to those goals were different paths. It didn't necessarily require me to go through YouTube, and it still doesn't. So that's all I'm saying, babe, is that we have different goals in life, and those different goals require different paths. So I'm not shitting on YouTube. I'm here now, and I'm going to make the best of it.
All right, we just got some. I got to shout out my people who donated. Shout out to Pretty Money. Homegirl, look, she donated. Shout out to you. Shout out to Pretty Money. For the motherfucking donation. She said, homegirl looks like an actress from the thin line between love and hate. Bothered as hell. Love you, Armon. Drop some motherfucking bells and bombs. All right, we got another donation from The Wiley Show. Shout out to Wiley for the $5 donation. Okay, The Wiley Show said. Now The Wiley Show said to you.
So you can find out what I can do.
The Wiley Show said, now with this new fame, will you now become a blogger on YouTube?
Wait, is this fame now? Like
No.
5,000 subscribers, is that fame?
This is a paid question.
Okay.
So what was your answer?
Wait, what was the question again?
Now with this new fame, will you become a blogger on YouTube?
Okay, aside from the fame, because this ain't fame, this is 5,000 people that subscribed on some drama, and half of them will be unsubscribed by the time I upload my first video. Will I become a blogger and put in work? Yes, I will, and I'll take it seriously. I respect your craft, and I'll give the best content that I can. But
and so what made you want to be a blogger now? What made you...
My content is not celebrity gossip, so it'll be a little bit different. So I hope that at least some of the people that did subscribe are open to commentary of different matters.
Okay. Thank you. Now, with that being said, we are going to close. Is there anything you would like to say to me, to Tasha K, before we close? I really appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate you having some tough skin handling what I said to you, and you didn't hang up, and we were able to have a respectable dialogue. Is there anything you would like to say to anybody?
Well, to you, thank you for allowing me to come on and hash this out with you. I respect your craft. I like the channel. Like I told you, I subscribed after watching a few minutes of that one video where you were reading me to shreds. So I appreciate your craft. I've watched YouTube for years, even when I wasn't on. When I left YouTube, I continued to watch channels. I watch mostly documentaries and shit, but I've seen, some of the celebrity content and shit. So yeah, I'm going to become a blogger. I'm going to put my best foot forward, and I'm going to try and make the most of it. I'm flexible. To people who think that I hate Star Marie, Cardi B, or even Tasha K, I don't hate any of them. I really don't. I respect them as the humans that they are. It's just that where I come from and where Tasha K comes from, we know that when a chick get at you, you get at that chick back. So when she came for me is why I came for her. So that's why that happened. But like I've always maintained, I'm the type of person that can cuss a bitch out and break bread within the next moment. It ain't that serious to me. Unless somebody get cut or one of my kids or my wife get hurt, then we all good. Ain't no hands been thrown. There hasn't been any serious repercussions. In fact, I just got a message from one of the brains that Tasha K is still at it. So keep it up, boo. Bring me more subscribers. Do you. More power to you.
All right. Thank you, Mona. Thanks for calling in. I'm
You're
sure
welcome.
I'll see you
Have
on
a
the
good
net.
night.
Bye. Tell your
You
wife I
will.
said thank
And
you for allowing you to
prosperity.
talk. I said, tell your wife I said thank you for allowing you to talk, because I heard that she was on the live saying I just wanted clout. No, I heard they were saying she was saying I just wanted clout from you.
Oh, yeah. What, did you say that, babe? Carry on and be messy, yes. Yes, she said, oh, yeah, they ain't going to bite her tongue. I'm going to let you know that now. But she said, she said that she didn't want me to come on your show initially because she felt like you were just chasing clout and you wanted to be messy.
Yes.
So, and that was based off the content that we've seen from you, so I'm sure you can understand why we would think that.
Yes, but you made it here, so I appreciate her, and I appreciate you, and I wanted to tell you, even though we disagree, you are still a beautiful black queen, so I don't ever want you to take that out. We disagree, but I don't dislike you.
Hey.
Okay? Because I still feel like you bullshitting.
And I know you feel that way. I know you feel that way. But you're going to get to know me. When you get to know me, you'll find out that I'm a real thoroughbred. Ask about me.
And wait. You brought something up that was interesting, though. Before I get you off the line, you assumed that I was talking about Madison because you brought Madison up. Where did that come from?
You said that I was in pictures with Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison. You said that.
Yeah, but you assumed that when I went to the point of like I've known people and them putting me out there, you automatically mentioned her name and you said you did your research and you asked people.
I'll tell you why. Because Madison is my friend. I don't know Funky Dineva that well. I don't know a lot of people that well, but I consider Madison to be a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. So that's why I can only speak from having our connection and the things that we've talked about and the things that I've witnessed her do with her good heart. And so when you were talking about, the different people that didn't put you on, I wanted to make it clear because I would speak in my friend's defense even in their absence. And I know Madison is not one of those people. She is very supportive of her friends. She will help push you and give you that spotlight and share her spotlight with you. She is a very giving woman, and I'm honored to be her friend.
Right, but I never said Madison.
She would sit there. I know you didn't, babe, but Madison was the only one that I could speak on. I don't know the other people like that. So because we were talking about everybody, that's why I was saying if I needed the opportunity or I wanted the opportunity so bad, I don't feel like there's any doubt in my mind that I can't go to Madison and be like, Maddie, I need your help. You know what I'm saying? And she wouldn't help me. I don't think that at all. So I've just never asked for that.
Okay. Just asking. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Okay. So that was the show. I want you guys all to make sure you guys subscribe. Now, here are my final thoughts. Wiley, if you're listening, you can call in. Oh, you can't call back in. Well, here are my final thoughts. My final thoughts are, I still believe that Mona Symone was a little hurt. I don't feel like Mona Symone understood the blogging business, so she felt some kind of way because Tasha K took the interview. I feel like Mona Symone is not being completely truthful with the fact that she wants to be, or she likes the attention, and she is going to be a blogger. She wants to be a blogger because there's no way that you could have all those degrees and all this schooling and you're still worried about someone doing an interview before you. And I understand, I get it. She's saying it's the whole time thing. Oh, someone is, taking away time. Well, if you had no intention on uploading the video in a timely manner, it shouldn't have mattered when you did the interview. You should have been willing to say, you know what, go ahead and do the interview first with Tasha because Tasha K is clearly ready for it. She's going to upload it soon. Just come when everything gets relaxed so we can have a more in-depth, conscious conversation about women's empowerment. Like, I don't want to discuss the mess. If she was really trying to get a conscious conversation, you got to be real. Mona, you know that Star Marie was going to give you a messy interview at first. It wouldn't be until like now you can get into a real conscious interview. So my thing with Mona was just be real and say, girl, you want some followers, you want some likes, and you want to make some money on the side too. Just say it. We all do. Now, I've already said this about Tasha K. A lot of y'all are mad at Tasha K because you guys feel like Tasha K is fake news. Do I believe that Tasha K delivered a little bit of fake news? Yes. I don't feel like she had a real receipt. But I've always said that. So, I'm standing my ground. Mona Symone was not prepared for that interview. Tasha K worked her ass off. Mona Symone, the whole time Mona was on this live, she was talking about her degrees and her businesses. She was never once talking about getting to the root of the story and sleepless nights of finding out what the story is. Tasha K, I don't care if she provided no receipt or a fake receipt. That lady put her blood, sweat, and tears into getting that story. And I don't care what happened, she deserved that interview. Mona Symone didn't even know what was going on, really. So she didn't deserve that interview. So, I'm saying that to say I love both women. But in my conclusion, I feel like Mona realized she liked this, and she realized if she wants to get into this business, it ain't just, she's got to be ready. So I do think she's going to be ready next time. I think Tasha K is going to stay ready to get ready, but I do think that Tasha K is going to have to prove a real receipt on this next story that she provides. It's going to have to be a clean-cut, full-on receipt. Like, we are not going to take a half receipt from Tasha K. But we also not going to sit here and believe Mona Symone don't want the views. We're not going to do that. Okay? With all that being said, I want to say shout out to Tasha K for giving me a platform. Because without Tasha K, none of this would have been possible, and as many of you guys watching would not be here. So I don't give a shit. I'm going to pay that lady homage. And I'm also going to thank Mona for coming on here and talking to me, because she also brought clout to the page. So both of those African American women, those black women, have helped me. Okay? And I'm also going to say, I'm appreciative for Tasha K because without knowing me, she didn't try to, like, here's the thing. Tasha K knows she raw and she hard and she good. And she's good at what she do. And where I can respect her is because she knows that I'm good. And I'm good at what I do. And I have potential. And she's not trying to hide that. You know, there's a lot of people that will see your potential. I'm even seeing it from YouTube bloggers now. They'll see me and try to duplicate what I do. Or then they won't like big me up, but then they won't shout me out, but then they'll post their link in my comments. Tasha K is exposing her people to me. So she's not looking at me like a threat. She's trying to build me, and I respect that. Mona Symone, you got up here, and what you did a very Tasha K move. You had a story, and you stuck to it. And that's what you're supposed to do, Mona Symone, whether we believe you or not. So you should understand where Tasha K is coming from. Because, bitch, what you just did on here is you performed. You performed. You stuck to your story. And I appreciate it. So I want to say thank you too. Thank you. Shout out to your girlfriend. Shout out to Wiley. Shout out to everybody who's downloaded. Shout out to Tasha K for coming to the comments. And until next time, I am Armon Wiggins. Please make sure you hit me up on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at The Armon Wiggins Show. Send me, DM me all receipts, all tea, all shade. We can get it going. We can have a dialogue. Make sure you guys subscribe right now. I will be dropping a Love and Hip Hop review tomorrow. And yes, until next time, we're recording live. I'm out. Drop some bells if you love me.
We are recording live from a secret location.